Well, hello, everybody. Good to see you. Well, sorry, we got some feedback there. Sorry about that. Hi, I hope everyone is doing great. If you are new to this channel, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Sophie. I am your friendly tarot reader for today. If you are returning, welcome back and good to see you. I am a tarot reader. I can answer any question you may have, with the exceptions of legal and or medical questions. And just to preface things tonight, I am not able to accept Cash App this evening. I will let y'all know when I'm able to use it again, if I'm able to use it again, but for now, that is not a donation option. However, I have many donation options for you. I accept donations via, my favorite is Venmo. I really think everyone should get on the Venmo train. They have great customer service. It's just a really solid payment service. And of course, I accept PayPal. I also accept SuperChat. It is, the donation amount is slightly higher for SuperChat. It is more as a method of convenience for a lot of people, a lot of folks, like especially international folks, don't have access to PayPal or Venmo. And what else was I going to say? Oh, we are using the Tarot of the Familiars today. Isn't it a shocker? I really love this tarot deck. Another one of my tarot decks that I love deeply because I love them all. Yeah, we are using the Tarot of the Familiars today. We got lots of black cats, owls, wolves, unicorns, you name it. If it's a particularly fantastic spiritual animal in this deck. So yeah, I am your friendly tarot reader for this evening. And the only question I cannot answer is medical and or legal. I am also a medium. I can communicate with those who have passed on. I do have to preface that, with I cannot contact absolutely everybody who has passed on. I don't entirely know why. My theories are reincarnation. Well, yeah, two actually. Either they've reincarnated or they have not gotten to the third level of heaven. There are 4 levels. Fourth one is where they are able to learn how to communicate with us on this first heavenly level. So if that is something that you are interested in partaking in, I would be honored to read for you. I just ask that that I check in before you send your donation. And just check in with my spirit guides, the universe, to see if I can communicate with them. And it only takes about 30 seconds to a minute or so. It doesn't cost anything. It's just gives me a second. And we just received our first donation. Thank you so very much. Sorry, 1 second here. Thank you so much. Hey, Sauce Boss, thank you for your donation. Are you new here to the channel? Let's go ahead and add you here. All right. Hey, Sauce Boss. K, should I just refer to you as K? Hi, Phyllis. I know. Yeah, no trash out tonight. And I just saw the DM that you sent me on Instagram just a moment ago. Was that recent that happened, or? I mean, that's tragic. It's really sad. That's really tragic. But wow, something's going on. So Kay, so nice to meet you. Thank you so much for your donation. So a few questions. How do I refer to you as? What is your first name? And what is your astrological sign? Why did Justice break it off with me so suddenly? And is there a chance we can reconnect? How is he feeling about it? Okay. Let's see here. All right. So you donated $19.99 over SuperChat. Waiting for sub mode to go off, but yes, I'm new. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I didn't realize that. Thank you very very much. Okay, so you donated okay, $19.99, $1.99. Sorry, just give me 1 second here. So no rush, no rush. I think it's 2 minutes is the delay. I'm sorry about that. All right, so in total you donated $21.98. And okay, awesome. Yay. All right. Well, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. All right, so you donated $21.98. So that would be about 12 cards. And so you want to know why Justice broke it off with you. You want to know if there's a chance you'll reconnect, and you want to know how he's feeling about it. So that's 3 questions. And we can do, well, yeah, we could do 3 questions with 12 cards. Well, actually, wait. Sorry, my math is failing me here. We could do 4, we could do 4 cards for each question if you want. Or if you want, 5 cards for each question, the difference would be would be $3.27 if you wanted to do a full 15. Well, no problem, love. And you are Virgo, and your name is Kate. That's one of my favorite names. I love that, Kate. Such a it's very soft. I love single, like monosyllabic names. Kate, Beth, those are really pretty names. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. So Justice is who we're looking into here, and Justice is, what's Justice's sign? So why did he break things off with you? Let's see. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Why did Justice end things with Kate so suddenly? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Why did Justice end things with Kate so suddenly? How long were you guys dating for? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Why did Justice end things with Kate so suddenly? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Why did Justice end things with Kate so suddenly? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Why did Justice end things with Kate so suddenly? Messengers and spirit guides, why did Justice end things with Kate so suddenly? Messengers and spirit guides, why did Justice end things with Kate so suddenly? Messengers and spirit guides, why did Justice end things with Kate so suddenly? Messengers and spirit guides, why did Justice end things with Kate so suddenly? Hi, Wendy. Hi. Thank you so much for your donation, love. 1 sec here, everyone. Sorry. Close that out. Okay. And hi, Phyllis. Again, hello, love. Thank you for your donation. All right, Kate. Just going to add these lovely ladies real quick to the list. And then we'll jump right on in to your reading. He's a Sagittarius, okay. I was supposed to visit him next week, a couple weeks, not long. Okay, so you dated for a couple weeks, but there was so much interest there, so I'm confused. Okay, so this was also, you guys never met in person, this was also long distance? Let's see what we have. We have Page of Wands reversed, Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, and Two of Swords reversed. Okay. All right. I absolutely concur. I 100. Oh, you did. Okay, but he traveled for work. Okay, gotcha. Thank you for the clarity. Yeah, I 100% concur with you. You weren't mistaken by the intense levels of interest between the two of you. Not only did the king and queen pop up, but they popped up right next to each other, and they're the king and queen of pentacles, specifically within the same arcana. They're, and I would go so far as to say that there absolutely still is interest. He still has interest in you. I know you have interest in him. I'm concerned that there, and I normally don't say this. This is a very, it's not that I don't, if I see it, I'll say it. But I often get a lot of questions from people with suspicions of someone cheating on them. And oftentimes the answer is no. I don't know if you've had any suspicions that there was another woman, but this Two of Swords reversed is telling me, I think that while he did and does still have affections for you, there was someone else he was talking to as well. And I don't want to say that he's made we'll figure that out in the next question. I don't want to say that this is a like permanent decision that he's made. Sorry, dry mouth. Excuse me. I'm not saying that this is any permanent decision that he's made. This feels like, the Two of Swords is a choice, but it's also confusion too, especially when it's in its reversed form. But it's also a separation. I don't have suspicions, but I think he's lying about his sexual history. Yeah, for sure. I hear you. And if you don't have suspicions, that might even mean that he's good at hiding his tracks. Possibly, if you feel that he's been lying about his sexual history. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, I don't think he's left you for another woman, like in a solid committed sense. I don't think he's got another girlfriend, but I do think that he's talking to someone else, putting more of his energy into that. But I don't think he's made a definitive decision in his mind, like, I don't ever want to talk to Kate ever again. But with that being said, would have been nice if he could have said something to you, as I know, I have no doubt you feel the same way. Just leaving you in the dark here. I also think he was planning to move to California. Okay. The logistics of distance. I hear you. That could have been a factor. As to why he like, here's what it is. He doesn't see long-term potential. He feels it. I think he would ideally like it. This King and Queen of Pentacles right next to each other don't lie. But if there are logistical obstacles that are in the way, I've been there myself. And it's always for me, it was always distance, or job or something like that. But I'm an Aquarius. I'm not the most logical person. Well, I'm a logical person, but I am a dreamer, and I've been with other people that are a little, I don't want to say more logical than me. And it is very hard if someone is planning to move. I don't know where you live, but if he's planning on moving somewhere that does pose a distance, that would be a factor. But I'll tell you this. It wasn't, the factor was not, he's not attracted to you. It's not, he doesn't like you. It's not, he didn't think there was any potential between the two of you. Like, there was really, really strong chemistry there, no doubt. So this is why I don't feel like anything, I don't think he's turned to anything serious. If he is talking to another woman, I think it's flirtatious. I don't think they've like hooked up or anything like that. But this feels like a solemn decision. But with that being said, again, you know, he should have said something, but It's overwhelming emotionally for both of you, but I'm picking up his energies, and he does feel overwhelmed. He doesn't fall easily. He does have a sexual history. He's a I mean, we all do, but he's a Sagittarius. But that's the thing, is I think that he's not, he doesn't have a whole lot of committed relationships. He has been in a committed relationship in his life, but and I'm not saying that that's not what he ever wants ever again. But when he met you, and when that chemistry unfurled, as time went on, and as you guys began to know one another, it became deeper and deeper and even more serious, and in a very short amount of time. You have to take that into consideration too. In a 2-week amount of time, he felt very deeply for someone, as did you. I've been in that situation too, and I've never ghosted anyone. I've never just turned away. But I know I can, the energy I'm picking up from him. I've felt this before. He's overwhelmed. I don't think, and I also don't think he's very good at being like a solid man to a woman. I don't think that's something that he's very familiar with. It's not that he's a bad man. It's not that he wants to be bad to women or anything like that. It's more where he falters, and I think that might be something he even recognizes. He said he's very overwhelmed. Yeah, no, I feel it. I feel it, and it's a specific type of like overwhelm. It's not like oh, he's got like, oh, I've got tons of work to do, or I'm late, with this project, or I've got too many bills and I don't have the resources. It's nothing like that. It's very emotional. Yeah. With work and his emotions, for me, he can't process. Yeah. I'm feeling, honestly, girl, I think he might have just added the work part in there to, be like manly. All I'm feeling is the emotions for you that are really hard for him to, they're exciting, but scary for him too. Yeah. So so the next question you had was, will you guys reconnect? I think that's definitely a good question to ask next here. Is there a chance that you guys will reconnect? Let's see. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is there a chance that Kate and Justice will reconnect? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is there a chance that Kate and Justice will reconnect? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is there a chance that Kate and Justice will reconnect? Messengers and spirit guides. Is there a chance that Kate and Justice will reconnect? Messengers and spirit guides. Is there a chance that Kate and Justice will reconnect? Messengers and spirit guides. Is there a chance that Kate and Justice will reconnect? Messengers and spirit guides. Is there a chance that Kate and Justice will reconnect? Messengers and spirit guides. Is there a chance that Kate and Justice will reconnect? Messengers and spirit guides. Is there a chance that Kate and Justice will reconnect? The Wheel of Fortune, 10 of Wands reversed, the Magician, and Page of Swords reversed. There's a really good, I cannot say without a doubt 100% yes. It's very rare that I'm able to say that. And if any tarot reader does say that very, commonly, be careful, because most things in this world are not 100% predictable. Most things are not set in stone. Free will is involved. What tarot is for is reading the current energies, reading someone's current, like how I picked up on Justice's energies right now, where he's at. We want to know where he's at. We know where you're at. We want to know where he's at, because that is going to be a big factor in terms of determining whether you guys are going to reconnect. It's looking really good. First, we've got this Wheel of Fortune. Things have not come to a complete end. You do? Oh, you do? Oh, very cool. But hard to read on my own. Right? Right, girl? Right, girl? Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm going through a little thing myself. Nothing bad, but um, I was reading for myself a few nights ago with this situation, and I just kept on reading and reading and reading, and I was like, Sophie, what do you tell your clients all the time? Like, when your own heart is involved, your reading was so bad. Wait, in what way? Like you had a difficult time reading it, or it was just really bad news? Because like my problem, like sorry, quick sidebar here. My difficulty in reading for myself is that my heart's involved. So if I see something bad, I'll look through every book that I have to find some shred of possible like positive aspect to it. And then I'm like, girl, would you do this for your clients? No, I would never do that. Trying to find something good and something bad. Um, Lo and behold, so I went to a good friend of mine. She's a reader, and very, very similar cards, very similar energy. I asked for a different situation. And in this situation, I was reading for myself. I'm like, that seems too good to be true. And then I went to someone else, and it still sounded too good to be true. So we'll see there. Also, energies are always in flux. Not just things aren't set in stone, but energies are constantly changing. Really bad news, but I think it's reading on my own suspicion. Right? Yes, it's so hard to disconnect from them. Absolutely, absolutely. And then when you're also, I mean, obviously you're a tarot reader. You're intuitive. You're in touch with spirit. Yeah, using that and then your emotions, your intuition. I hear you. I hear you. So this looks really good. It's not a complete 100% promise, but I would be surprised if he didn't reach out to you again. Because it's for sure on his mind with this Wheel of Fortune. I don't know. I can't tell you if he's the one for you. If he is the one for you, this is not a very nice start for things. But I am hearing that there is a reason why he was in your life. I don't know if he was a soulmate of some, and that's I don't want to like, I'm trying to explain this as clearly as I can. I'm stumbling over my words. Just because a spirit guide tells me that there was a purpose for this person being in your life and possibly being in your life in the future doesn't mean that you're going to get married. It doesn't mean that you're not going to. They're not telling me what the reason is. You could get married. You could get married and get divorced. You could get married and have kids. You could end up working together. Or, I don't know, but there's some reason that you were supposed to know him. I don't know if you were supposed to know him for a very long time, or if you're supposed to know him for a very long time, but at the very least, there is something to be learned from him, is what I'm hearing. And when we asked why he left so abruptly, and we got to the fact that he's overwhelmed. He's really overwhelmed with his emotions. He says work. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, but his emotions are like I've felt overwhelmed over work, and I know what that feels like, and I'm feeling his feelings right now, and I don't feel like that. It feels like when you meet someone really special and you're not used to meeting people special that often. Some people jive with a lot of people and break a lot of hearts and don't have difficult times connecting with people or being impressed by someone. I don't know about you. It's very hard for me to meet someone I'm not easily impressed, or yeah. It takes a lot to catch my attention, and he's very similar, and I think I get that energy from you. This Ten of Wands reversed is, as you know, Ten of Wands is burdens. Being overwhelmed, but we have it in its reversed form. This is telling me, it's doubling down and saying, yeah, you are not the reason. Well, you were the reason why he's gone astray for the time being, but the reason being, it's because he's so enamored by you. Like you didn't do anything wrong other than just being your beautiful self. He did it right after I asked him how he felt about me. He told me, then broke it off. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. Wow. Yeah. I can't tell you how many times I have to tell people, you know, a lot of people, talk is cheap. A lot of people are a lot of talk and no action. That is, I think, a very, very solid example of just like, he's a very honest man. He's a very honest man, because that's exactly what I felt like. He's really, the only thing that you did wrong was just be your amazing, awesome self. And it's overwhelming for him. And at this time, he doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know the right way to continue forth here. And he doesn't want to lose you, though. He doesn't want to completely lose you. But he's also afraid of getting more enamored with you over time, and getting hurt subsequently, or hurting you. But you are on his mind, love. You are definitely on his mind. And I mentioned that he might have been talking to another girl. He don't feel, if he is talking to another girl, and I do think he is, because Spirit keeps on doubling down. They haven't even met. It's just like he's just like chatting, like, because he's missing you, and and I'm not saying that's right, but he's distracting himself by like talking to old friends, or like old girlfriends or whatever. But he's thinking of you. He's thinking of you, and he can't distract himself from you. I think he's gonna. I think he's gonna come to that realization that he's screwing himself over here. He's denying himself what he really wants and what he deserves. What you guys, I think you guys. I don't know. I really like the energy here. I don't know you very. I just met you, but there's the Spirit's saying that there's definitely something here. He's definitely acting a fool. He's denying himself. And I've seen this before, where people are so afraid of being hurt or hurting someone that they just pull away. Not always permanently, but this is definitely a defense mechanism. And I think I was gonna say I think that he's done this before, but I don't think so. He might have done this before, but like I said, he doesn't encounter people. He's not enamored by people as easily as he was by you. That his connection with you, he hasn't felt something like this in a very long time. He did in such a nice way too, which pissed me off. Yeah, he doesn't want to hurt you. And he did ultimately, but he really doesn't want to hurt you. He's not a malicious guy. Has no intentions of hurting you. He's afraid of hurting you. He's terrified of hurting you. Oh, I'm sorry, love, but I don't feel like this is completely over. The way this guy's thinking and feeling about you, I do not think it's over. And so okay, and oh yeah, let's get to the meat and potatoes here. Yeah, how's he feeling about it? And by the way, everybody, if you are watching this live stream, please remember to give me a like. It really helps me out. For some reason, in the past couple of live streams, people haven't been liking. Well, people like me and say nice things to me, but they forget to click the like, and I need that like, yo. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How does Justice feel about ending things with Kate? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How is Justice feeling right now in regards to ending things? I'm so sorry. In regards to ending things with Kate. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How is Justice feeling right now in regards to ending things with Kate? Masters and Spirit Guides, how is Justice feeling right now in regards to ending things with Kate? Masters and Spirit Guides, how is Justice feeling right now in regards to ending things with Kate? Masters and Spirit Guides, how is Justice feeling right now in regards to ending things with Kate? Masters and Spirit Guides, how is Justice feeling right now in regards to ending things with Kate? Masters and Spirit Guides, how is Justice feeling right now in regards to ending things with Kate? Masters and Spirit Guides, how is Justice feeling right now in regards to ending things with Kate? Nine of Swords, Page of Wands reversed. That came up in the first question. Nine of Wands and Three of Cups. Okay. So he's not sleeping well. He's really not sleeping well. He's going through insomnia. He's got a lot of worries. I don't think he's eating well. Eat and sleep are both very closely related. I don't think he's eating well. I know he's not sleeping well. He's got such bad anxiety right now that it's like, I'm sure we can all relate to this. I deal with it. I deal with anxiety, and it affects my belly, it affects my stomach, and it affects my appetite. If I'm really worrying about something, you know, like before you're going into an interview or something like that, and you're feeling really like, ugh, that's where he's at right now, like all the time. He's also very defensive. And we didn't get the judgment card, but he's very judgmental towards himself at this time. He's really kicking his own ass. Like, I'm so, like, telling himself stuff like, oh, I'm so stupid. Why am I so stupid? Why did I do that stupid thing? You know, that was so dumb of me. Why did I do this? Why do things end up this way? Why do I do this to myself? Why do I do this to other people? He feels very, very out of touch right now. Like he doesn't feel like he has agency. He doesn't feel stable. Doesn't feel solid. Feels like his world's been turned upside down. I know you guys only just met 2 weeks ago, but the feelings are just so strong. They're just so strong, so palpably strong. He's definitely, this isn't a feeling, but it's a coping mechanism, a healthy coping mechanism. I don't know if he has like a lot of friends, if he has like a big group of friends or a large family, but he's really, I know he's got a lot of work going on right now, but he is doing his best to take time out to spend time with friends and family. I would not be surprised at all if he's been discussing this with friends of his. Family might be a little early, but I think that I think like at least one of his friends or coworkers has noticed something. I don't know how open he is in terms of his communication with other people and his emotions right now, but he is definitely trying to do his best to distract himself from his. He is bombarded by thoughts of you right now. He is just absolutely like consumed with thoughts of you. And to that, this isn't spirit, this isn't the cards, which this is just my opinion, of which I know you didn't ask, but it's like, wait, what was I going to say? Sorry, did I just totally have a brain fart? What was I just going to say? Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. If you're on his mind as much as spirit is saying, as much as I'm feeling and seeing, and he's trying to distract himself away from these thoughts, that is this. It's just very. He's not a stupid guy, but it's not the smartest behavior. Like, he's denying himself of what he truly wants, which is you. And it's not serving anyone. And he should be, you know, if he's thinking about you all the time, he should be using those thoughts and putting them to good use. And, you know, drafting up something. He wants to talk. I believe he wants to talk to you again. I believe he wants to reconnect, but he wants to do it in the right way. And now when he does talk to you, it'll be with his tail between his legs after, you know, after what he said to you, like that he feels deeply about you and then he broke it off. He's embarrassed by his behavior and he doesn't know how to make it right. So he's just, Nine of Swords also consumed mentally, is also mental consumption. he could use those thoughts and put them to use and be like, well, clearly I really, really want to be with her. I really, really want to connect with her, reconnect with her. You know, let's get some action. Let's get like a plan of action going. But instead, he's trying to distract himself. I don't want to call him emotionally immature because there is definitely a depth to him, but this kind of behavior is very childish and it's not serving him. And if he continues to act this way, I feel like he's been this way, if not his whole life, most of his life. And if he continues this, he's just going to sorely miss out on most things in life, most good things in life. So that is what I am seeing for you, Miss Kate. Thank you very much for your donation. I really appreciate you, and thank you for joining the channel. Please keep me updated. I'd love to know what happens from here. You know, hopefully he does reconnect with you. If it's for the right reason, I feel like it is. I feel like it would be good. But if not, then his sore loss and idiocy. But you're very welcome, Kate. Much love and light to you. Yeah, please do. I'm always interested. I'm genuinely always very interested in seeing what happens going forward. Thank you. All right, Miss Wendy. Wendy, thank you, Wendy, for your donation. Please go ahead and post your question. Do you upload these lives? I do. Yeah, I don't ever delete any of my live streams. I have I've never deleted a single one. Even the first live stream I did is still up. So yeah, so you can write down the time of your reading and go back and listen to it again. I do that with other readers too. But yeah, no, I'll never delete them. Well, never say never, right? But I don't do that. So yeah. Miss Wendy, how does Samuel feel about leaving the U.S. to go back home? He has to go back home, so his visa didn't go through, Wendy? He told me today that his boss is staying, but he has to leave. Dear Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, how does Samuel feel about leaving the U.S. to go back home? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, how does Samuel feel about leaving the U.S. and going back home? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, how does Samuel feel about leaving the U.S. and going back home? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, how does Samuel feel about leaving the U.S. and going back home? Messengers and Spirit Guides, how does Samuel feel about leaving the U.S. and going back home? Messengers and Spirit Guides, how does Samuel feel about leaving the U.S. and going back home? Messengers and Spirit Guides, how does Samuel feel about leaving the U.S. and moving back home? Messengers and Spirit Guides, how does Samuel feel about leaving the U.S. and going back home? Messengers and Spirit Guides, how does Samuel feel about leaving the U.S. and going back home? Messengers and Spirit Guides, how does Samuel feel about leaving the U.S. and going back home? The Hermit, the Moon reversed, the Hierophant reversed, Four of Swords reversed, and Eight of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, he's not. I don't know how final this is, but he brought it up today when I asked how long his boss will stay for. Okay. Yeah, he is very, very upset. He is incredibly sad to the point where he is doing. I don't know if you listened to the reading I gave for Miss Kate right before you, but I mentioned something about the person she was asking about was so consumed with thoughts of her that he and this is a defense mechanism, or sorry, a coping mechanism that a lot of us do use, that he's thinking so much about her that he's doing everything in his power to distract himself. This is what I'm seeing here. He's doing everything in his power to distract himself from because he is consumed with this, with the hermit. He's, I want to say he doesn't know what to think and he doesn't know what to feel, but he knows what he's feeling and he knows what he thinks. He feels really, really upset. He feels like he wants to live here. He thinks he wants to live here. What I meant to say, it's not that he doesn't know how to feel, or he doesn't know how to feel about this. He knows. He doesn't know what to do about it. He doesn't know how to deal with it. He doesn't know how to process these emotions. The moon reversed. He's really in the dark, and there's also elements of confusion here too. I'm guessing that has to do with visas, immigration laws, his job, in and of itself. So you said that so his boss is staying, but he's got to go. Okay. There's bitterness too. There's absolutely bitterness to the higher ups with the Hierophant reverse. The Hierophant is often a signifier of like someone who is respected, someone who is listened to, someone who people abide by, and he's not pleased with that. It's not that he doesn't like his boss. I don't know how he feels about his boss, but he feels bitter about this. I didn't know how to respond, so I just told him that he did his best. I think that was the best thing that you could have said to him. Yeah, he did his best, and that's all that one can do when one, and the Hierophant is also the government. How could I forget? It's also government offices. He's pissed about what's going on in our government. I mean, I don't mean everything, but in regards to what's going on with him, like, why can't I work for this company? It's an American company. Why is this so difficult? Why are there so many stupid laws against this? I'm a good worker. I'm an asset. Oh, he does? Right on. I like him. I like this guy. Well, I don't like him, but I'm right on board with him. Yeah. And, well, I mean, most Europeans look at us right now. There's a big joke in Germany. What's the border? What borders Canada and Mexico? And the answer is stupidity. Yeah, there's not a lot of fans of our government right now, especially not in this country. But yeah, so the Hierophant reversed. He's very, very upset about that. Yeah. No, I think it's hilarious. They have like different jokes for us, like, and I love them. I think they're hilarious. I'm right there with them. Like, yep, freaking stupid. Like, totally don't know what's going on. Anyway, yeah, there we go. So it's not his boss. It's both. There is. I got really sad, so I started detaching. He's detaching too, honey. Yeah. No, yeah, this Four of Swords reverse is definitely like detachment energy. He doesn't want to think about it, doesn't want to meditate on it. There's nothing he can do. There might be something he could do, but not much. And the chances of him being able to, I mean, damn, he could just, he could just marry you, right? Sorry, why do I have, excuse me, 1 second. Sorry about that. I always have to burp when I say something funny or have something important to say, but he could just marry you, right? Yeah, like, and then he wouldn't have this issue. Like, that would honestly probably be his best chance at this point, be marrying a U.S. citizen. That would so be wild for the company. Okay, yeah, can you even imagine? How would they deal? It's like, okay, well, one of our employees married another one of our employees, and that employee is from Europe, and so yeah, whoa, that would, yeah, I don't know how they would deal with that. would, then that, well, he could live here, but they could be like, well, we still want you in Germany or wherever country he's from. That would just be a whole crazy thing. Eight of Pentacles reverse. Eight of Pentacles is paid, solid, sustained work. I don't know how much he likes working there anymore. I think he really did, but this is really, really, like, this is a big pisser for him. He's really not pleased. He did not see this coming. He was not, he thought this was like just a total impossibility. This project is breaking him. Yeah. Yeah, that happened to two of my coworkers. They are still married. Oh, wow. Wait, were one of the coworkers, they didn't have a, they were foreign, they married an American? Or just two coworkers got married? Yeah, that I think that he could possibly be thinking about leaving entirely this company. He's been trying to come over to my desk and make small talk more. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'll say, I was gonna say, well, of course, you're a lovely lady, and like you guys only have so much time left. But I will add to that. Why wasn't he making more small talk, and over the past few weeks and months? He had plenty of time, but at the same time, I guess in the back of his mind, he was thinking, I might not, I can't get too deep here because if I do, I might have to go back. Two coworkers got married. They were both married. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, that's sweet, Phyllis. Like I guess that is also a possibility too. He wasn't, that was one of my theories as to why he pulled away. It's like, I might not be able to be here for much longer. That's what bothered me. I wish we could have made the best of it. Yeah, yeah. And if he got in really deep with you, if you guys have fallen in love, you guys could have gotten married, but then the question would have remained, like, would he be marrying you for your visa? But I don't think so. But anyway, it is what it is, and I'm really sorry, Wendy. I wish we were more flex as a nation. I mean, the most problematic people that I encounter in this country were born here. Like, I'm an immigrant. I was not born here. I'm awesome. Like, immigrants, they're not all perfect, but they're some of the best people I've ever met in my life, and I am one. And just to put people in that category of, oh, you're an immigrant, you shouldn't be here only for A, B, C, and D, it's just insane to me. Yeah, yeah, I didn't become a citizen. I was a legal alien till I was about 14. Because my mom thought it was going to be this like huge, like big deal, but it wasn't, because my dad's a citizen. And all I had to do was like just like say the little thing and like swear in. It was so easy. And then because my dad was born in Ireland, I have an Irish passport through him. And then because I was born in England, I also have an English passport. So it's pretty cool. The English one is not, I need to get that one renewed. But it's cool because, England got kicked out of the EU, or got kicked out of the EU, sorry, they kicked themselves out of the EU. So, yeah, I do win! Oh, girl, are you on Instagram, Wendy? I want to have a kiki with you. There's something I really want to tell you right now that I just don't want to say on my channel. You should email me or something. I have a funny... You did! Shoot. Wait, what's your name again? Because I have a tale to tell involving that kind of stuff. Yes, I will message you tonight. Yes, please do. Please do. Or, yeah, because if you don't want to put your name, yeah, just send me a DM. And, oh, I got a funny story. I got some funny updates for you. Yeah, that's a pisser. I'm hoping there's still like one last like shred of a chance that he can make this work and maneuver something, but maybe even like finding another job in the US, but then I guess you'd have you'd have to be a US citizen for that. Yeah, damn. I'm sorry, Wendy. And when does he leave? I wish he would just tell me how he feels before he goes. Yeah. I feel like I'm delusional. No, how are you delusional? You're not delusional. Middle of June. Damn, I'm sorry, man. He should have told you. He should have told you earlier. From day one, the first reading we did on him. Can we trust him? Yes. But Spirit said, but keep in mind he likes you. I feel like maybe he doesn't even. I don't. I think he likes you. I just don't think he likes you enough. If he liked you, he definitely is attracted to you, Wendy. He's very, very attracted to you and likes you, absolutely. But I was talking about this earlier with another client and with a lot of people lately. There's different levels of like, you can have a crush on someone. And there's also, I believe he was also just keeping in mind that this might happen. He likes you. Like, I use that in present tense. He likes you still, and he liked you from day one. And I believe that's why he decided to pull away, because he realized there is a chance I'm not going to be able to be here. And if that happens, then I have to leave. And I just don't know how ready he is for I think he is, but I also think that he's scared. I think it's more scared rather than not being ready. Yeah, and he got annoyed with me and Ian. Exactly. I feel it. No, I agree, Phyllis. They're not, men are usually not that, not all men. There's some men that are very good at communicating how they feel, but usually that's more our realm than the, yeah, yeah, no, I know he's attracted to you. I know he likes you. Um, I do think, and I think that if you lived in Germany and you met him there, or if he was a U.S. national, I think that things would have taken off. I think it's the distance, and I think that scared him. Um, and I think that if he was a stronger man, he would have taken that gamble with a little bit of sorrow, because all love is a gamble. So it's like, okay, we'll get to know the girl, and he might, I'm just talking to him, like, hey, get to know Wendy. You might have to move to Germany, but it's better to have loved and lost than to never have loved at all. So he's just missed out entirely. He got scared. Yeah, yeah. I truly believe that if you guys live, like, if you were German or if he was American, there wouldn't have been an issue here. He wouldn't have been scared. So I don't even think it's a matter of him not liking you enough. I don't think I think he liked you good, plenty, definitely. But it was his fears that held him back. Ian was flirting with me in front of him, and he told me to stop talking to him about Ian. Oh wow, yeah, yeah. And like you said, he's making small talk with you now, whereas he wasn't doing so much of that. Just goes to show, if anything, this is a reminder, or better to leave this world loving someone than never loved anyone. Yes, yeah, Phyllis. It just goes to show, like, I always think about that, especially as I get older, like, it's scary to tell someone that you love them and that you have feelings for them. I was terrified of saying things like that in my 20s because of the rejection, but there's so many people I wish I had said, just either because they passed away and they never knew, or because, yeah, it would have been a chance, but it might have worked. So now I do hold my cards close, but I think at a certain point you've got to take that gamble with sorrow. It's like what we were talking about, Wendy, like when you asked if you should start dating, you said something very wise. You said, I cannot do anything and I'll get hurt, or I can start dating people and possibly get hurt. Either way, it's that gamble that we have to take. I also didn't want to act sad in front of him when he told me the news. Yeah, oh, yeah, yeah. I just kept it short and told him he did his best and good luck. Yeah. Yeah, well, if you acted sad, I mean, it probably just would have made him feel worse. I'm sure he knows that you're interested in him. Maybe he doesn't, I'm not sure. I'm sure he does. You guys flirted so much. And it's always good to keep your cards close a little bit. Even animals do it. I saw a really funny TikTok video the other day. It was a bull at this cow farm, and this bull was about to breed with the cows. And the farmer was just like, here you go, dude. Like, here are your cows. And the cows were over there, and the bull's looking in the other direction, just like out of it. And he's like, dude, the effing cows are over there, man. And the bull turns around and looks at him. And then he turns the other way and sees the cows. And he turns back at the farmer and literally gives him the look of like, thank you, wingman. You are the best. And he like gallops over there and he looks back at him like and gives him like another like thank you smile. And then he plays it cool. Then he starts playing it cool. And everybody in the comments noted it. I'm like, wow, even animals do that. Like, he knew he looked a little too thirsty. You know, even a bull has that awareness. Like, okay, now the ladies are here. I'm going to have a total cow. But I don't want to seem too thirsty. Was thinking if he hadn't died, would we have been together? Oh, I don't know if I just thought we'd have more time to explore this, but here we are. Yeah, I need to detach and just let it go. Yeah, I mean, if that's, you know, if there's really nothing that can be done, he's detaching because that's really all he can do. I mean, you definitely don't want to develop heavier feelings, you know, for him. That could have its consequences, you know. Definitely something to think of. Like, do you want to enjoy your last times with him, or what we think are going to be them, and just live in the moment, live for the present moment, or do you want to protect yourself more, you know? Yeah, I can't if it's not reciprocated. Yeah, that's important. That's Six of Pentacles reversed. I had a crush on someone, and I kept on pulling the Six of Pentacles reverse. I pull a card for myself every night when I liked this certain gentleman. I would always pull the Six of Pentacles reversed almost all the time. And I know he liked me. I know. He even told me. But I knew I liked him way more. And that was the confirmation, getting those Six of Pentacles reversed all the time. I'm like, nah. Imbalance. If there's an imbalance, it's imbalanced, and you gotta stay in balance. But thank you so much, Miss Wendy. I really appreciate you, love. And it's a tough one there, but you're very strong, and thank you. You're very welcome, sweetheart. Thank you, Miss Phyllis. Phyllis, thank you for your donation. Publix is having a hiring event this Friday through Sunday. What are my chances getting a pharmacy or other position there? Okay, let's see. So this weekend, Publix is having a hiring event. I'm going to wait for Miss Phyllis to come to the chat. Hi, Phyllis. Okay, so Publix is having a hiring event this weekend. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Okay. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Phyllis's chances of getting hired at the Publix hiring event this weekend? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are the chances for Phyllis to get hired at public hiring event this weekend? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, what are Phyllis's chances of getting hired at public hiring event this weekend? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, what are Phyllis's chances of getting hired at public hiring event this weekend? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, what are Phyllis's chances of getting hired at Publix's hiring event this weekend? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, what are Phyllis's chances of getting hired at Publix's hiring event this weekend? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, what are Phyllis's chances of getting hired at Publix's hiring event this weekend? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, what are Phyllis's chances of getting hired at Publix's hiring event this weekend? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, what are Phyllis's chances of getting hired at Publix's hiring event this weekend? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, what are Phyllis's chances of getting hired at Publix's hiring event this weekend? Oh my goodness, Matt, thank you so much for your donation. I did not see that. I don't know why PayPal sends me notifications. I just saw it now, but I had to pull it up. You donated a while ago. I'm so sorry, my guy. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for your patience, your kindness. All right, let's get into this, Phyllis. 10 of Pentacles reversed. The Tower. 2 of Cups. 4 of Wands. And 3 of Cups reversed. You have a very, very good chance. Very good chance of getting hired, love. Very good chance. Yeah. 2 of Cups, 4 of Wands. This is a union. It doesn't have to be romantic. It's just a union. And it's an ideal union. Not a union like an actual union, but a place that you work at. The old ball and chain. The institution. It's going to be it's a good fit for you working there. Yes, lots of love and light. Lots of love and light to Miss Phyllis. Yeah, and she's got a good chance of getting hired. The Tower, big changes. And I also don't feel like there's going to be attendance at this hiring event this weekend, but it's not as competitive. There's not going to be as many people. Like in the past, I've definitely noted that, the job market is just crazy right now. But in the past, with questions of yours, I have noted that yes, this you have a good chance. You are very qualified, but there is a lot of competition. It's very competitive. You saw 555 again. Oh, I thought you meant in the cards. I was like, oh, I didn't see any fives. Okay, great, awesome, yeah. No, this is good. I don't see a whole lot of competition. I don't know why I saved the worst for last. I normally save the best for last, but this is just all very good. But there is one caveat. The pay is not great with this 10 of Pentacles reversed. It's probably going to be lower than what you normally, than the jobs that you normally apply for or have worked for. That's the only thing, is that it doesn't pay quite as well as other pharmacies or other pharmacies. So, but the chance of you getting hired, really, really, really high, really good. And what I love about this energy too, Phyllis, is the fact that it doesn't pay super well, okay, but it's still money, still a job. What I really like about this though, Phyllis, is this 2 of Cups, this 4 of Wands. Oh shit! I mean poop. Oh my god, girl, yes, 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups, the medicine card, the symbol. What's the name of the symbol again, honey? You told me. The snake and the that and the dagger, right? That's above the 2. I mean, not in this deck, but the 2 of Cups. I'm so glad I looked at this again. Oh my gosh, yes, this is so good for you. And it's not. I know you said at pharmacy, the Hippocratic. Thank you. The Hippocratic symbol. Yes, it's not on this deck, but on the 2 of Cups, it's above them. It's the Hippocratic symbol. So I've always I've always seen the Two of Cups, like when I read for people like working in the medical field. I've always seen it as that, and tarot communicates with me how they know I interpret the cards. This is what I absolutely wanted to see. This is wonderful. This just made your already awesome reading like 10 times better. Because I was thinking, I was like, well, maybe she'll get hired, but it won't be a pharmacy tech job. But no, because it's Publix is a grocery store, right? We don't have them out here, but I think it's a grocery store, right? So I was like, oh, maybe it's not a pharmacy tech job. No, that's what you would be hired for. Very good chance, darling. Very good chance. Woohoo! I love that reading. That's awesome. You got to tell me how that goes, girl, and I'll be thinking about you. You know it. I love that. Yay, Miss Phyllis. Yes, but yeah. Well, I think most grocery stores have pharmacies now. But that's why I was like, oh, like maybe they'd hire her like in the grocery store. No. We specifically had that. And it's this is the weirdest thing too, Phyllis, was I was looking for that card, but because I'm using the different deck, I was like, oh, I don't see well, in my mind, I just said the snake symbol, but I didn't see the Hippocratic symbol, so I was like, oh, so maybe it's a grocery job. No, I love this. This is wonderful. Yay! I mean, yay for the good chances. I think you have wildly good chances here. There's every reason to be very optimistic about this because it's very realistic optimism. Yay, Phyllis! I'm so happy for you, girl. I can't wait. I told you were gonna get a job. I know you're gonna get a farm tech job really soon. I told you that was gonna happen soon. So I really hope it happens this weekend. Hope this is it. Thank you again, love. Matt, thank you so much for your donation. I apologize for not seeing your donate, but here we are, and I thank you profusely for your patience. And again, if you are watching this live stream, please remember to click the like button. It really helps me out. Thank you. Mercedes! Hey girl, how you doing? Matt, please come to the chat. Matt, please come to the chat. Matt, it is your turn. Matt, where are you? Matt, please come to the chat. Thank you. Matt, I'm going to give you another minute. But we also don't have anyone else on the queue right now, so it's actually kind of all good. Matt, are you here? Matt. This is what I get when I don't see my notifications. This is my karma. All right. Well, it's actually all good because, as I just mentioned, the queue is oh well, we have Matt on it, so the queue is open. So I will verify. Hi, Mercedes. Of course you can, honey. Oh, Mercedes. I'm so sorry. I can't take Cash App today. I'm so sorry. Cash App's being a pain in my butt again. I'm sorry. Do you have PayPal at all? Or Venmo? I'm trying to get everyone on the Venmo train. Venmo is awesome. I'm so sorry, Mercedes. Here, let me refund you real quick. Yeah, Cash App has been very difficult. And their customer service is just, they don't know what they're doing. Let's see. Okay, so oh, okay, love. You can also do super chat too if you wanted to do that, but I am refunding you, hon. So sorry about that. And apparently the CEO of Cash App was murdered. Did you hear about this? Nima Momeni was found guilty of second-degree murder in the stabbing death of Cash App founder Bob Lee. Momeni was found guilty after a San Francisco jury deliberated for 7 days. Momeni was acquitted of first-degree murder. He faces a sentence of, I thought that was a woman, faces a sentence of 15 years to life in prison with an additional 3 years for using a knife in the crime. Hey, Matt! Yeah, check out, I would highly recommend, have you ever tried Venmo, Mercedes? I love Venmo. Hey, Matt! I was behind the stream. Is anyone from work watching me on social media? Let's see. You know what card I'm anticipating here. Page of Swords. Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides. Is anyone from Matt's work watching him on social media? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides. Is anyone from Matt's work watching him on social media? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides. Is anyone at Matt's work watching him on social media? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides. Is anyone at Matt's work watching him on social media? Messengers and Spirit Guides. Is anyone at Matt's work watching him on social media? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides. Is anyone from Matt's work watching him on social media? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides. Is anyone from Matt's work watching him on social media? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides. Is anyone from Matt's work watching him on social media? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides. Is anyone from Matt's work watching him on social media? Most masters and spirit guides. Is anyone from Matt's work watching him on social media? Most masters and spirit guides. Is anyone at Matt's work watching him on social media? Most masters and spirit guides. Is anyone at Matt's work watching him on social media? Most masters and spirit guides. Is anyone at Matt's work watching him on social media? Most masters and spirit guides. Is anyone at Matt's work watching him on social media? Most masters and spirit guides. Is anyone at Matt's work watching him on social media? Six of Swords reversed. Death reversed. The Fool. Four of Pentacles reversed. Queen of Cups reversed. Three of Wands reversed. King of Swords reversed. Ace of Cups reversed. The Hermit, okay. And the Empress reversed. There's one person. There is one person who is watching you. And it's funny because I noticed this Four of Pentacles reversed too. I was like, huh. All this other energy I was getting, I was just like, no. I know that you are on TikTok, right, Matt? I don't know if, are you on like Instagram or Facebook or anything else? Largely, no. Not there. Well, can I just ask a question? Was there something that made you, did something specific like trigger your suspicions? Because yeah, Six of Swords, we got a lot of, yeah, well, we have these Six of Swords reversed here. Three of Wands reversed. Six of Swords being the realm of the mind and thought. Three of Wands reversed. I'm not putting in the energy. I'm on Instagram, but I don't post there much. Okay. There's definitely people who are definitely curious about you, for sure. This is gonna sound way meaner than it is, but it's not mean, okay, Matt? There are people who are interested in you, your personal life. You're a mysterious fellow, and you know, you don't. It's just a gut feeling. I think the person watching was that Nikki woman, and she quit, I think, because of me. I had a feeling it was her too, and I'll get to that. It's these four cards right here. Yeah, I think for the most part, people, I don't want to say they take you at face value. Like you do have a mystique about you. We've got like, well, just two reversed swords, but we've also got this King of Swords reversed here, Death reversed, Death being stagnation. King of Swords reversed, lack of judgment, lack of observation. And I don't know how close you are with a lot of your coworkers, but I feel like you work well with them for the most part, since you've started there. But you, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you don't have a crush on anyone there, right? I don't know if you feel too friendly towards anyone there. These people don't know how to take me. They probably think I'm arrogant. Possibly. I mean, I have my opinions on IQ testing, but I'm just gonna wager that if y'all were to be individually tested, that you'd win. You'd get an A+. You would fly. You would pass flying colors. It's not even about passing, but yeah, there would be a strong disparagement there. I'm distant from all the female servers. I was into Sophia, but that was it. Right. I remember Sophia. Yeah. So this is totally Nikki. This is 100. Remember how I picked up on how she's. Immediately I picked up, not only is she a mom, but she's one of those toxic, controlling moms. Probably has been a mom from a very early age and doesn't really know how to navigate post high school, post early 20s dating. She's let go. She has let go, like you said. I didn't know I didn't know what this letting. I thought she just let go of like her crush on you or let go of pursuing you. But you tell me that she quit her job. She's let go entirely. And I do think that you were a huge reason why. And she is still watching you. I mean, one of my decks, the Hermit, is spying on someone on their laptop. One of my decks, the Hermit, has a spyglass. Yeah, it's, they're in their hidey hole, but they're not immune to the rest of the world. They're definitely observing it in the way that they can. But then look at this, man. We got this Queen of Cups reversed and the Empress reversed. That is so her. That was what I picked up from her, was this Queen of Cups. I distinctly remember this Empress reversed energy, Queen of Cups reversed energy. I was like, this like, she's a mom. She's not a good one. She's I mean, it's perfectly fine for a mother to have that be one's defining, like, identity. That's wonderful, actually. I think that is beautiful. So long as they're loving, caring, warm mothers and nurturing. She is not. I feel badly for her kids, honestly. And that's also pretty erratic behavior, to leave a job because your romantic advances were not reciprocated. But yeah, she still watches you. How did she even find your social media? Speaking of intelligence and lack thereof. Did you go bye-bye, Matt? Is Matt gone? Well, if Matt is gone, I'm still going to say thank you to him. Thank you so much, Matt, for your donation. I hope that reading was clear for you. Felicia, how are you doing, sweetheart? How are you today? How's the Scorpio moon treating you? I keep on seeing Death card, King of Cups, everywhere. Seeing it a lot. You think okay? Good. No, I love Scorpio moon. I think it's a great moon to be in. It's transitions, change, which is scary. It can be scary, but it's usually positive changes, rebirth, regeneration. I was gonna ask you something. I had something I wanted to. Oh yeah, I'm doing great. Thank you. Oh yeah, how's the moon treating me? It's treating me well. I put out all my crystals the other night. I forgot to put my jewelry out though. I keep on forgetting to do that because I wear a lot of precious jewels on my body, and I forgot to put those out. But no, things are good. Things are good. Still not sure what I'm doing with myself this summer. Really unsure. I was thinking about maybe taking a class. I don't know if I told you. I was thinking about maybe taking a class at the community college in San Francisco. I've taken intro to psych before. I initially was going to major in psychology when I first went to college, but Then I switched it up to English because that, that's where the big bucks are. So, but yeah, no, I've taken intro to psych, but I really need a letter of recommendation for grad school apps. And then I'm like, do I really want to take a class during the summer? That would really hinder me if I did end up finding somewhere that I wanted to go. I don't know. I know you're going away, right? I got conscripted into trash duty. Thanks for the clarification. I assume she found it by Google searching. Okay. Yeah. That's so weird. It's not weird. It's not weird. It's just like you think that your social media is concealed, and then it's not. I think I need to make my Instagram. I have 2 Instagrams. I think I need to make my personal one private. Thank you, Meta, for connecting everybody to everyone. So you are going somewhere. Did you say? Did you say you were going on a cruise? You are, but only for a week so far. Sorry. Only for a week so far. I would like to travel more if possible. Yes, with the kids and their friends that graduated. Oh, that's lovely. Um, Wait, where are you going? Did you say it was the Caribbean? That reminds me that I didn't get to see you when you were like 5 minutes away. Would have, girl, I think about that all the time. In Jamaica, oh, and Haiti, oh, lovely. I haven't been to either of those. Girl, I think about that all the time, and it's probably one of my biggest regrets. I'm not even joking you. I'm not even joking you. Because, well, first of all, I love you, and you're amazing. Second of all, what were the odds? What were the odds? I go to Ohio for the first time in my little life. Ohio, okay, it's not a huge state, but it's big, it's populated. There's quite a few cities. And I wasn't even in Cleveland or Cincinnati. I was where you were. How many, just, I'm gonna look up how many cities and townships and suburbs there are in Ohio. I'm gonna see what I want to see what the actual like odds were for that, because that is just wild. It's wild and sad. I was so sad when I found out. And it was right when I got back too. I was just like, no. It would have been so much fun. I know exactly what we would have done too. We would have gone to the food truck thing. That was so much fun. I know you know the hotel I stayed at. They have a nice little bar there. But I wanted to just hang out with you and meet you, and you could have met John too. And the Chi Chi, Miss Lita. I had Lita with me too. You would have met Miss Lita. Oh, rest in peace, little doggy. Um, yeah, just blows my mind. But you know, hopefully I'll be back again. I don't know when. I don't know when I'll ever be back in Ohio, but I really liked it. I really loved it actually. I loved the weather. The people were so nice. people ask you how you are and they actually like are asking and like care. Yep, I was already there with the boys at the food truck. Wait, shut the door. You were, was it the same night? Was it only one night that they have the food truck rally? So we were at the same place at the same time? This is, okay, now my mind is blown even more. It's a great little city, especially to ease the kids. Yeah, yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful city, absolutely. Sorry, to raise the kids. Yeah, yeah. And they had the fireworks too afterwards. Really just like, if I were not American and if I was not American and was to conceptualize like the idyllic, like Norman Rockwell kind of, you know, all-American town, that's the place I would think of. It's very idyllic. Thank you so much, Phyllis, for your donation, honey. No, it's 2 nights, and we went both. Oh, so we were in the same vicinity. That's even wilder. That's even sadder. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so we were in the same vicinity. I'm surprised you didn't recognize me. I was only there for about an hour. I was there with John and Lita. It's so funny. Sweet Phyllis, let's get into this, girl. Okay. You were tucked away in a corner. Oh no. I was shoving my face with the most delicious, arguably the most delicious mac and cheese I've ever had in my life. What else? Some really good food. I had mac and cheese. I basically had soul food fixins. Like I never, because I'm a vegetarian, so I know it's not the South, but there was a lot of like soul food stuff. It was so good. Well, as you know, at least I more than I would find here, I would say. Nashville was even better for that. Oh my gosh, so good. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. When is the new Publix going to... Oh, Phyllis, I can't answer that question in that way. Okay, so that's a tricky one. So if you're interested in when it's going to open, you'd have to give me a date, and it would be a yes or no. I can't derive like specific dates from the cards. And I can't ask I can't ask when you're going to start training because it's not set in stone that you've gotten a job. We asked what the chances were of you getting hired, and they were astronomically high. It's really, really good, but I still said it's not a guarantee. I never make guarantees with anything. The future is unwritten. I'm not a fortune teller, but I can definitely confirm things within their energies within 2 months. Okay, and have they like said when they're gonna open, or is it unknown? Well, if they'd said, you wouldn't be asking me, so that was a stupid question of me to ask. Sorry. Okay, and you donated for 10 cards for 2 questions. Okay, angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Phyllis and local Publix open up in the next 2 months? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Phyllis's local Publix open within the next 2 months? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Phyllis's local Publix open within the next 2 months? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Phyllis's local Publix open within the next 2 months? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Phyllis's local Publix open within the next 2 months? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Phyllis's local Publix open within the next 2 months? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Phyllis's local Publix open within the next 2 months? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Phyllis's local Publix open in the next 2 months? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Phyllis's local Publix open within the next 2 months? I have this little star don't have much makeup on today, but I have this, yeah, that way. I have this little star on my eye, and I keep on thinking there's something on my face, but it's not. Usually they have a hiring event. It's 2 months before the store officially opens. Okay. Yeah, that would make sense. Strength. Knight of Swords reversed. Page of Pentacles. Eight of Wands reversed. And the High Priestess reversed. They might be running into some trouble. It might not, I don't know if it's going to happen in 2 months. It's certainly not going to happen sooner. It's not, there's not going to be any kind of expediting here. And when I say run into trouble, I don't mean like it's not going to open up like at all. Or, you know, I mean, it's a huge chain. Just in terms of something like in terms of logistics here, I do believe there's going to be a delay. I don't think it's going to open up, or it could possibly like partially open. I don't think that would happen though. No, I think it's going to take a little longer than 2 months. Not much longer though. I mean, like you said, like places don't have hiring events if they're not going to open in a reasonable amount of time. So I think it's going to take a little longer than 2 months. It is definitely going to open up for sure. I mean, yeah, and Page of Pentacles right here, right in the center. Yeah, Knight of Swords reverse. Yeah, there have been 8. Okay, sorry. All you gotta do is give me a little more time. Gotta give myself more time. Yeah, and then I figure out the puzzle pieces. So yeah, 8 of Wands reverse, Knight of Swords reverse. These are both cards of not just speed, but communication. And oh, I'm sorry, honey. I'm almost done with your reading. This night, or if you're getting too tired, I can always do your second question next time I'm live, honey. But yeah, 8 of Wands reversed, Knight of Swords reversed are not just cards of speed, but they're also communication. And when they're in the reversed form, as miscommunications, and delays resulting in miscommunications. But it will happen. It will open up. And like I said, it's not going to take much longer than 2 months. And I'm sorry you're sleepy, Miss Phyllis. I was exhausted yesterday. Oh my gosh. And then your next question. Oh, right. When do you start training? Okay. That's another difficult one to ask. I have to ask it in the context of if Phyllis gets hired. I just have to preface it with that. And I need a time frame again. I'm guessing, should we say 3 months this time? Because we've figured out that they're not going to open up in 2 months. Okay. Okay. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. If Phyllis gets hired at Publix, to start training in 3 months. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. If Phyllis gets hired at Publix, will she start training within 3 months? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. If Phyllis gets hired at Publix, will she start training within the next 3 months? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. If Phyllis gets hired at Publix, will she start training within the next 3 months? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. If Phyllis gets hired at Publix, will she start training within the next 3 months? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. If Phyllis gets hired at Publix, will she start training within the next 3 months? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. If Phyllis gets hired at Publix, will she start training within the next 3 months? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. If Phyllis gets hired at Publix, will she start training in the next 3 months? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. If Phyllis gets hired at Publix, will she start training within the next 3 months? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. If Phyllis gets hired at Publix, will she start training within the next 3 months? Cash App's customer service sucks. Nightbot does a better job. Honestly, it really does. And if they're listening to me right now, I could really not give less of a shit. They don't know what they're doing. They legit, like, I didn't even bother calling them. So you knew I was having all those issues with Cash App, and then I finally came up with the solution. The customer service, because you're talking to a different person every single time. And the woman I was talking to the last time was giving me all the same information that was all wrong. I was like, okay, is there like some way that we can do this in a more creative way? Like, can we like do something in some other way? Circumvent something? Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, what if I'm like, so my card was stolen from me, but my bank account is still the same. Why is that different? What's changed here? Can't I just transfer it to my bank account? She's like, oh yeah, you can. I'm like, wow, thank you so much for letting me know. So that was working, and it just stopped working on Monday. I woke up to, it didn't transfer your funds. I'm like, really? I'm not calling them again. I don't want to call them again. I don't even want to deal with them anymore. Because at this point, I know I'll just likely be wasting my time. Like, luckily I was able to like get my funds. I just paid a friend of mine and they Apple paid me. But like, I don't want to deal with that. Yeah. Honestly, I'm sure I could get better help from a robot. Okay, just like you said, Knight of Wands, 10 of Swords, 6 of Cups reversed, 10 of again with this 10 of Pentacles reversed. That's something we gotta look at here. And then 8 of Swords. I'm gonna lock it down. Sorry, sorry, give me a minute. I'm getting something with this 10 of Pentacles reverse. I don't know if you remember, it came up in the first question you asked earlier. This 10 of Pentacles reverse, give me a second. No. I need my career book here. There's something here. Yeah. So I don't know how solid Publix is as a corporation, but I'm getting the sense that with this 10 of Pentacles reversed, came up twice. It's giving me like highly mismanaged. And I can't say that for the entire corporation of Publix, and all of their chains, all of their stores within their chain. But there is a lot of mismanagement, a lot of poor miscommunication. Miscommunication is piss poor anyway, right? Just bad miscommunication. PayPal makes you wait 6 months to get your money if money is left in PayPal. What do you mean they make you wait 6 months to get your money if it's left in PayPal? Like if you switch bank accounts, YouTube holds on to your money every month until you make $100 threshold. Fun fact. Luckily your girl does well, but I think of like smaller channels that get maybe like one like $5 super chat or something. They likely will never see that. If they're if you don't make, you have to make that $100 threshold a month. So yeah, if you're getting like $5-10 like every time you live stream and you only do it like every so often, you're never gonna see that. It's just going right into Google's pockets. So it's like that. Yeah. Wow. But they do eventually relinquish the funds, right? Because I don't know. I'm sure YouTube does. Maybe they do. I don't know. I haven't looked that deeply into it, but I know Venmo is a subsidiary of PayPal, and I like Venmo. So I'm sensing corruption here, and it's got nothing to do with you, obviously, honey. It's just mismanagement within Publix itself and this store that's going to open up. And I think the fact that it is a new store opening up, nobody knows each other in terms, well, maybe some people do. I'm sure they're going to be calling people from other Publix in the area to work there that do have experience and knowledge in their protocols. This is what I'm getting. Yes, you are going to, if you get hired, you will start training within 3 months. But this is the weird part. There's a lot of weird energy here. I feel like you're not going to get fired. It's not like they're going to hire you and then fire you and then rehire you. It's not like that. It's more like, I feel like they're going to start training you and then some shit's going to hit the fan and they're going to have to put it on hold. And you're going to have to return. I feel like something's, I would go so far as to say something like a robbery or a natural disaster, something befalling the store that, like the store taking a hit, basically. And I just keep on seeing delays, like delays. We got, well, not keep, okay, the last reading in this one. But yeah, we saw in terms of timing, I keep on seeing delays, or at least those two questions. So in regards to that, so, yeah, and this 10 of Pentacles reverse, but then we also have this 8 of Swords. Like, they're definitely going to want to keep you. Like, they're not going to be, like, hiring you and then firing you, rehiring. It's nothing like that. Because there are, like, weird ups and downs here. Yeah, I feel like there's going to be something put on hold that's got nothing to do with you, but they're going to retain you as an employee. 6 of Cups, again with communication. Again with the communication thing. 6 of Cups is communication. We have it reversed. Really bad miscommunication. That causes difficulties and obstacles that are and challenges that are difficult to overcome, but they are you can't overcome them. Not you don't have to overcome them. This is all to do with Publix, like, which makes me think now why Spirit said that this was such a good union for you. Is it close to your house? You know what I think this is? I think, like, this is a good jumping, like, you need a good starting, like, launching pad, right? Like, you have your farm tech cert, but you haven't actually worked as a pharmacy technician. So I think, like, yeah, starting, like, I think this would be a good launching pad, because it sounds like there's nothing wrong with you here. Like, you're going to be a star. They're going to want you, but I feel like there's going to be corruption and just difficulties with people, very bad mismanagement, not good communication among people, difficult to follow protocols, and conversely, very easy to accidentally violate them. I'm not saying you are. I'm saying other people, especially like higher level people, have a lot of oopsies, and it will more than likely, almost definitely affect that particular Publix. But Spirit's still standing firmly by the fact that they think that this is going to be a really good fit for you. And I stand by Spirit. So, and they double down too. If I were to ask if I ask the same question again, I get the same cards. It's never different. But they think this is a really good match for you. I'm right there. It's a good, and I think, yeah, like it'll be a really good launching pad, because if there are these obstacles and difficulties, it's not ideal, but it's not forever. You can move on to another place after that. But starting somewhere that is more challenging than other places, I think is going to give you a leg up. It'll only make things easier in other locations. So yeah, love looks interesting. Like it'd be good for you, like on your trajectory. Really good for you. Just they need to get it together. You don't need to get it together. They need to get it together. But thank you so much, Phyllis. I really appreciate you, love, and I hope I brought you clarity there. And there was something else I was going to add. Thank you for your donation, Lionheart. Thank you, love. There's something I was going to add. If it comes back, I'll let you know, Phyllis. But yeah, they're saying this will be a good launching pad. Thank you, sweetheart. All right, Miss Lionheart, how are you? It's been a while. I hope you're doing well. Of course. Let's see. Should I remain self-employed and build, or apply for a local position with the communications company? Good question. All right. And Janice, what's your sign again? Are you a Leo? I'm gonna guess you're a Leo. Okay, so that's 2 questions, Janice. Whether you should remain self-employed, or whether you should apply for a local position with the communications company. So I'm going to, which one would you rather me ask? If you want my opinion, I think the first one would probably be better to ask. I guess either one would be fine. If we ask the second one and it says yes, doesn't mean, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you shouldn't stay self-employed. It's up to you, Janice. How would you like me to ask it? Janice, are you there, love? Oh my God! Hey, how you doing, bird? Good to see you, my friend. Hey, everybody. We have just been graced with the presence of one of the greatest tarot readers I know. Definitely on YouTube for sure. Go check out Six of Swords Tarot. She's amazing. I was talking about you earlier. I was talking with a client. She's a fellow tarot reader as well, and she was saying how difficult it is to read for oneself. I was like, yeah, yep, absolutely. Actually, I was also telling a fellow model as well about how we need to support one another. She was talking about like supporting other people in the field, and anyway, yeah, we were talking about the difficulties of reading for oneself, and I was like, yeah, I only have a few people I go to and really like, and she is amazing. This girl is amazing. Go check her out. And I hope you're doing well. Today it's like, I'm assuming it's dark o'clock for you right now. Janice! Miss Janice, where is Miss Janice? I don't know where Janice went. Oh, there she is. I had a commercial interrupt. Hope I didn't. No, you did not. You did not miss your question. No, I just was asking you. So that's 2 questions. You asked if you should remain self-employed or if you should apply for a local position. Which one would you want me to ask? And I mean, I think both are fine to ask. If it were me, I would probably ask the first one. But then the second one is good too. So I don't know. Sometimes I'll like, I don't know which one would be better, but that would be up to you. Yes, Felicia is in the house. Absolutely. We love Felicia. We were just talking about how sad it was the one time I went to Ohio and I just happened to be, out of all of the cities and towns in Ohio, I just happened to be staying in the one Felicia lives. And I didn't realize till I got home. So sad. Yes, we got the bird in the house. Woo. And today, I don't know if you know this deck, the Tarot of the Familiars. You dig this deck. You dig this deck. Do first, I'll pay for both. Okay, no problem, no problem. Okay, angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should Janice remain self-employed? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should Janice remain self-employed and continue building? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should Janice remain self-employed and continue building? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should Janice remain self-employed and build? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should Janice remain self-employed and build? And oh, the other question I had. You're a Leo, right? Or am I just deriving that from Lion? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should Janice remain self-employed and build? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should Janice remain self-employed and build? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should Janice remain self-employed and build? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should Janice remain self-employed and build? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should Janice remain self-employed and build? Seven of Swords reversed. Nine of Pentacles reversed. Two of Swords. 10 of Cups reversed. Oh my. And the Hanged Man reversed. Oh boy. The answer is no. I'm very surprised, actually. Maybe Spirit doesn't understand how crazy the job market is right now. I mean, I know I have like three really good friends whose jobs, very good careers, not just jobby job, like good ass careers are on the line right now. Yeah, things are crazy, and it makes me grateful to be at least halfway self-employed. Mostly self-employed. But Spirit is saying no. Spirit is saying that it would not be wise at this time. They're saying that there's definitely a choice here. And I'm not just saying that because you had two questions. Two of Swords. And it's not just a choice between two. It's also a confusing one. It's difficult. And it's very difficult to take all the factors that are necessary into account and to compose a plan of action. Our job market is needing people in Montana, and nobody can afford to live here. Oh, you live in Montana? Okay, so people are, never mind. Well, I mean, it's just a crazy market. Yeah, I'm sure it's different. I know it's different for, different fields and of course different localities, of course. Okay, so nobody can afford to live in Montana. Girl, I live in California. No one can afford to live here either. Well, I guess the ones who are living here. Yeah, it's tough. It's really hard. I mean, we've already had so many mass exodus, I don't know, from California. Yeah, Spirit is not on board with this. Nine of Pentacles reversed, 10 of Cups reversed. It's not, I don't know how well your self-employment is going right now. If it's going great right now, that's wonderful. I'm really, really happy for you. If it's not, they're saying it's just going to get worse. And you don't have to tell me what you do for a living. It's totally fine. But they're saying that, pretty much what I was just saying. Seven of Swords reversed. There are so many factors and variables to take into consideration right now in the job market that it's nearly impossible to take them all into account. and set them up into a solid like plan. Um, they're saying stagnation, the hangman reversed. So if things are going well in your business, I don't see things changing, but I don't you said, should I stay self-employed and continue building? That's the problem, is however things are in your self-employed business right now, they're not going to get worse, but they're not going to get better. They might get a little worse, but they won't get better. That's the issue. I feel like it would be like, you're a karaoke DJ. That is cool. I've never done karaoke. I have a bit of a voice. I like to sing, but I've never done karaoke. I would love to. I hate my junky basement apartment, but need more income to move to somewhere to get above ground. Self-employed is not enough, and they quit and demand randomly, not dependable. Yeah, yeah. So you have your own business, and because you said they quit and demand randomly. Who quits and demands randomly? Your your customers? You're a singer? I love that. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Me too, girl. I wish I could hear your voice. What do you usually like to sing? The venues, yeah. Yeah. That's so cool that you do what you do, though, girl. That's really dope. That's really cool. Um, do you ever do bar mitzvahs and stuff? Sweet 16s and stuff like that? Or is it like mostly like adult like venues and stuff? Or like private? Do you do like all at like private parties as well, or? Because I would imagine there would be some money there, some traction there, but you know more than I would. It's your business, and that's what we're talking about is all the variables that need to be taken into account when one is self-employed. Hell, even if you're not self-employed, but I'd say even more so when one is self-employed. There's, we're our own boss, we're our own everything, and so we have to wear many hats. Almost everything from Patsy Cline and bars and Barbara Streisand to Lainey Wilson. Oh my God, you just named two of my queens in my life. I don't know who Lainey Wilson is, but I love Patsy, love Babs. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's so weird that you mentioned that. I saw Meet the Fockers for the first time. It wasn't too fun. Honestly, the funniest part about Meet the Fockers was Barbara Streisand. She is so hilarious. I have 3 weddings coming up and a reunion. Nice. Yeah, summer's coming up. You know what I heard? I didn't hear. I read in the New York Times that um, tarot readers do really well at weddings. So that's on my to-do list, is I need to start promoting doing weddings. I remember we had a tarot reader I was working at a publishing company. She came to our holiday party. I was thinking about maybe expanding in that direction, like private events. Lainey Wilson, AMC Entertainer of Year 2 years in a row. Oh, okay. Is she a country singer? I don't listen to a whole lot of country. I listen to old country like Patsy and Johnny, but not too much new stuff. That's really cool, girl. So yeah. So that's what I'm saying, is like, you've got something good. She's country, yeah. You've got something good going. You've definitely got something good. It's just I just don't see it growing, and like you said, yeah, the lack of dependability or reliability, I should say, or dependability with the clients. Okay. I'm sorry. A sec. Okay. All right. So just in the future, hun, it's $777 for a mini reading. And you donated $633. It's all good, girl. But if you want to send the remainder, that's fine. But just for next time. Um, sorry, I'm trying to find your question here. So I think he gave me the actual name, right? Oh, yeah, it was a local position with communications company. Okay. Let's see. I'm thinking adding the day job for benefits and stability, then using KJ as supplemental to build retirement. Girl, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. I mean, that's not far from what I do. I've got this, and then I also do modeling. I use my body and then I use my mind. I would be so bored if I had just one job too. It's always been a thing with me. I usually have like 3 separate. But yeah, there's absolutely benefits to both. To being, employed with a company and then being your own boss. You increased to 14 second question. Oh my gosh! I'm so sorry. I didn't even realize that. Thank you, love. You're all good. You are all good. Yeah, no, there's definitely there's definitely advantages to both. Oh, to have multiple streams. Right. Yeah, I agree. Multiple streams of income is always good because you never know if something's gonna go or something's troubling or yeah. Dang, type too fast in my calculator. You're all good. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should Janice look for a job at our local communications company? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should Janice look for a job at a local communications company? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should Janice look for a job at her, or apply for a job? Was it apply for a job? Local communications. Yeah, apply for a local position with the communications company. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should Janice apply for a local position? Communications company. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides to Janice apply for a local position at the communications company. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides to Janice apply for a position at the local communications company. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides to Janice apply for a local position at the communications company. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides to Janice apply for a local position at the communications company. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides to Janice apply for a position at the local communications company. Okay, let's see. The Magician reversed, 2 of Cups, 6 of Wands reversed, 10 of Swords reversed, excuse me, and Ace of Wands reversed. Goes back to what we were talking about. Who are the artists I like to sing? My favorites, good lord, PJ Harvey. I don't know if you're familiar with her. I've been told I sound a lot like her. God, who I sing to everyone. I don't know if you've heard of that band Beach House, the singer Victoria Legrand. I've been told I sound like her. I have a deeper voice. I have a 3-octave voice. Used to be 4, now it's 3 as I'm getting older. And I prefer to sing in a lower register. God, who else? I love to sing. I really do. I love to sing. So this is weird energy. So it's giving me actually kind of what we were just talking about a moment ago, the advantages and disadvantages of both self-employment and, what do we want to call it? Corporate employment? Gainfully employed? But I don't know how to put it. P never heard of. Nope to all 3. Me too. Octaves. Oh, you have 3 too. And love lower timbre. Yes, me too. I really do. And there were definitely singers that I couldn't sing to when I was, like a little girl, like Patsy, couldn't sing with that. Oh, Katie Lang. I've been singing a lot of Katie Lang lately. I got back in Annie Lennox. Love Annie Lennox. Just thinking Karen Carpenter, I think is arguably the top 3 most amazing female vocalist of all time. Yeah. Annie Lennox is queen. Yes, she is. I love Annie. Oh my gosh. Little Bird is my favorite. That's, yeah. That's a very spiritual song for me. It's a very magical song for me. Yes, I love Katie Lang. She's amazing. And she believed, I don't know if she still does, but she believed that she was Patsy Cline reincarnated. Yeah, they're just amazing. Beautiful, beautiful voices. And anxiety in jobs. Oh, me too. Too many coworkers trying to tell you conflicting info, gaslighting jerks. Exactly. Having to deal with other people. Exactly. And that's another thing that I'm seeing is we've got this Two of Cups. Okay, so Spirit is saying, and I had this in a reading earlier today with Phyllis. I don't know if Phyllis is still here, but Two of Cups in a career or financial context, it's a good union. It would be a good fit. However, what about, I'm thinking about everyone else around you, because that's arguably one of the nicest benefits of being self-employed. You don't have to deal with toxic coworkers who are just not good people. I mean, I've definitely had great coworkers. I've also had really crappy ones. I've also had my current manager is one of my favorites. She is the best. She's lovely and totally accommodates me and just she's what I think a manager should be. You just accommodate your employees. I've also had some really shitty ones that I really should have taken to court and did. Oh, I did take one of them to court and I won. I should have taken another one to court, but yeah, no, mismanagement, corruption in leadership, miscommunications, just nasty, nasty cutthroat, dog eat dog stuff. Um, and when I say this would be a good union for you, I don't, that's specifically what I'm not talking about. Like, you're not going to be making, I didn't come here to make friends, right? Like, okay, sorry, I just had like a reflection in my glasses. I thought it was a ghost. Good Lord. I didn't think that age old, reality show quote. I didn't come here to make friends. Since I've been dealing with drunk people, I've gotten meaner. Yeah, I was going to say, but you have to set boundaries. Yeah, but I've lost my nice skills. Need to get back to developing my professional skills, a happy medium. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, you got to keep those boundaries with those drunkies, for sure. But it's precisely what we were talking about, honey. You would have the benefits, having benefits, hopefully. Not every job provides them in this country, but having those benefits, those practical benefits, daily life benefits. But it's the people around you the people around you that I'm seeing being the problem. The Six of Wands reversed, Ten of Swords reversed. I feel like the only thing, it's just you and the job. That's the union. That is the only thing that you like about this job would be the fact that you enjoy doing it. It's good work, good money, good benefits. However, the people around you are draining. The Magician reversed, that's draining ass energy. Eight of Wands reversed. It's like, I feel like this is so negative and I don't want to say it because I feel like saying this is like a not self-fulfilling prophecy, but like, yeah, I don't want to say it, but I feel like if you started there, you would want to leave pretty quickly. Like and like I said, you love the job, but it's the inner workings, and I totally 100% get you, 100% there. I legit, like, I deal with really bad anxiety, like just working with really bad people and having done so in the past. And some people have a better threshold for it, some people don't. And I totally feel you there. Use grace. Evolve conflict, and it's an easier position than the stress I used to carry in accounting offices. This is just reception, just customer service. Okay. I used to be a receptionist when I was in college. Did reception for a little while. Yeah, I tell people that all the time. You just got to give yourself grace and give others grace, and just know that, it's hard. It can be hard to do, but it's also hard to hold on to things, and absolutely, yeah, totally, no problem. Yeah, if we can learn to let go, it can be hard at first, but it is ultimately so much easier than harboring, um, resentments or upset feelings or hurt feelings of hurt. I totally get that. And that's definitely something I'm really starting to learn the older I get, for sure. But yeah, no problem. Absolutely, you can make another donation. I would love to read for you. These crystals. I put my crystals out the other night for the full moon, and they're more wonky. No problem, love. You're all good. Thank you so much, love. I just got your donation. Fat fingers. Oh, you're all good, honey. All good. All right. Okay. Go ahead and process. Okay. So, um, okay, so you donated $10. Thank you so much, love. Okay, so that would be like 12 cards. So we could do 2 questions if you wanted, 2 6 cards, or we could do a full 12 card. Which one would you like? Oh wait, no, sorry, I meant 7. I'm so sorry. Brain not working. Sorry, I meant 7 cards. So would you want to do? Oh well, I guess that no, we wouldn't be able to split that into 2. You just have 1 question. Is the online remote bookkeeping a positive option? And that's your question though. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you so much, Lionheart, I should say. Thank you. All right. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is the online remote bookkeeping a positive option for Janice? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is the online remote bookkeeping a positive option for Janice? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is the online remote bookkeeping a positive option for Janice? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is the online remote bookkeeping a positive option for Janice? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is the online remote bookkeeping a positive option for Janice? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is the online remote bookkeeping a positive option for Janice? Yeah. I mean, yeah, you could do, or why did I not think or suggest that? A remote job. You're still working for someone. I just got another one remote job a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, you don't have to deal with people. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides is the remote bookkeeping, the online remote bookkeeping position, positive option for Janice. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides is the online remote bookkeeping position, positive option for Janice. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides is the online remote bookkeeping position, positive option for Janice. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides is the online remote bookkeeping position, a positive option for Janice. Five of Wands reversed, Page of Swords, the Sun, Nine of Cups, and Page of Wands reversed. Absolutely, absolutely, yes, absolutely, yeah. This makes sense. Like, everything we were just talking about, the gaslighting, toxic coworkers, you don't have to deal with that. Five of Wands reversed. Conflict resolution, not even conflict resolution, no conflict. The opposite of conflict, there is no conflict. I love that. I'm loving this. Page of Swords, you've got the know-how, girl. You've got the know-how, and this job, this is going to provide for you, hun. This is gonna. I'm not saying it's gonna be the only job that you'll need, but it's gonna it's gonna pay well. It's gonna fill your cup. Nine of Cups. This is gonna be very satisfying financially and holistically. You may find it a little difficult at first. I'm assuming you've done bookkeeping before, right? So I don't think it has anything to do with the fact that you're not a good bookkeeper, you don't know what you're doing, because you do. It's something to do with their specific protocols and procedures and just learning them and adapting to them. Um, that's the only thing I'm seeing that looks like a little bit of a bummer, but that's really not that much of a bummer at all. You're a certified bookkeeper. There you go. I was gonna say I don't think you can even be a bookkeeper without being certified, right? So there you go. I think this is gonna be for 40 years. Oh, girl, yes, right on. That's wonderful. So yeah, yeah. You know what term I hate? Overqualified. I don't know how many times I heard that when I was younger. Overqualified. And I wasn't. Well, maybe I was, but I hate that term. You are aptly qualified. You are their ideal candidate. This is going to provide you with a lot of light in your life. This is it's gonna be a wonderful new beginning. I love this. And I feel silly for not thinking to suggest a remote position for you. Yeah, that's perfect. Damn, maybe I should start thinking more about things like that. But no, actually, I just told you I actually did get hired for a remote position, last Wednesday or the Wednesday before. I'm a slow learner than earlier. As far as the computer system, my bookkeeping has been for less complex businesses though, so training expected. Yes. Angel, good to see you, love. Good to see you. Yeah, no problem, Janice. No problem. Yeah, that checks out then. Yeah, if you've been doing it for 40 years, things were done differently, years ago. We're having that issue in my guild right now, actually, not just with the bookkeeper, but with other positions as well. Yeah, now that things are digital, it's just learning new processes and you'll get it. It's just just a new way of adapting to what you already know. But I love that. I love that for you. That's wonderful. A wonderful idea. How are you doing, Angel? Good to see you, sweetheart. And thank you so much. Thank you, Janice, For your moving question. Ooh, you're planning a move. Should I see the long-term goal of moving south? You mean, do you mean south of Montana or to the south? You're holding on. Oh, love. So much love and light to you. Are we friends on Instagram, Jewel? I'd love to have a kiki with you. Been considering it for a long time. Sick of the cold. Been battling it for a lifetime. Yeah, I've been to Montana only once in my life, and it was in the summertime, and it was cold, even for the summer. Yeah, no, I can only imagine. I can only imagine it's freezing. So far north, and yeah, no, you've been there your whole life, and yeah, it's time to fly south. You know, I think so. Sounds like it. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should Janice set a long-term goal of moving to the south? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should Janice set a long-term goal of moving to the south? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should Janice set a long-term goal of moving down to the south? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should Janice set a long-term goal of moving down to the south? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should Janice set a long-term goal of moving down to the south? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should Janice set a long-term goal of moving down to the south? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Janice set a long-term goal of moving to the south. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should Janice set a long-term goal of moving to the south? Do you have a lot of I'm assuming all your family's in Montana. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should Janice set a long-term goal of moving to the south? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should Janice set a long-term goal of moving to the south? You're back. All right. Wait, you mean on Instagram? You're back? Let's see, Janice. We have 8 of Wands reversed. 7 of Cups reversed. The Hermit. 5 of Swords reversed. And the Chariot. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. All right. I'm a human being, okay? Most readers, a lot of readers, and they're not the ones I like, act like they're spiritually superior or they never get confused or anything. This confuses me deeply, and I'm back from donating. Oh, you made a donation, sweetheart? Thank you so much, Jewel. Thank you for your donation, love. Let me add you really quick here, and then I'm an hour from my son now. Only thing keeping me here. Okay, yeah, because he doesn't want to move. I'm guessing. Or yeah, I'm just assuming. So we literally have the stay in place card and the move card. I've never seen this before, and I've asked many a question for many a client regarding moving. The answer is yes. Yes, you should. And just with what you were explaining to me, I'm not surprised about the confusion. That's why the long contemplation hermit card stuff. Yeah. No, and when you just explained that, I was like, okay, so there's, yeah, spirit knows it's in your best interests and that it's what you really want. I mean, even when you were just, explaining to me, I assumed that it would just be like, yes, go girl, just go. But it's not that simple, and you know it. Yeah. 8 of Wands reverse. It's definitely long-term goal is the operative word here, or term, I should say. It'll take some time. It won't take forever. I'm a hermit now. Leos aren't into hermiting. No, they are not. You guys are very social creatures. Yeah, yeah, you would do very, and you know, working in you know, at bars and like those are very social places. So you have that, you know, aspect in your work life. I would love to see, I know you would thrive really, really well in, like, it doesn't have to be a big city, but I think the South would be great for you. Yeah, people are very conversational, friendly. I made like 3 friends when I went the first time I was ever in the South. I went grocery shopping in Charleston, South Carolina. Shout out to Charleston. And literally, I made like 3 friends there. Like I brought one of them to the barbecue with me that night. Like they really are nice people, and you don't have to live in a major city for that to be around you. But I feel like your vibe, that would definitely be your tribe, matching with your vibe. You know, the cold keeps me indoors. Yeah, I can only imagine. Yeah, I'm a coldie myself, and I live in California, so I know I would be indoors all the time. I mean, granted, I do live in like the coldest part of California, but still, I would be the same way, girl. And you're a country girl, so outside, yes, but not freezing. No, no one likes that. No one likes that. No one needs that. Well, there are some weirdos who do like cold, but they're usually big guys. Yeah, no, 7. Okay, now this is coming to me. Okay, I see it now. It's gonna take time. It's gonna take time, and I'm sure you know that. And the 7 of Cups reversed, it's definitely a possibility. It's a dream of yours that can come true. It's not an impossible possibility. I was happier outside when I had horses. Aww. Well, I know it's not a horse. I know it's a unicorn, but this is what's on the chariot card here. Like, get on your horsey and ride. I could totally see you being a horse girl. I have a friend who has a wild horse sanctuary up in Montana. I don't specifically know where. I want to say it's like south of Helena. I could be wrong. Anyway, but yeah, horses, country, like they have that in the South, as you know, and it is an absolute possibility. It is a dream of yours that can come true. But with the 7 of Cups being in its reversed form, it's something. And I know I'm telling you stuff that you already know, but it's a very, well, all moves take proaction. Well, I didn't notice the unicorn. Is she on YouTube? Wait, is who on YouTube? I'm sorry. I forget now what I just said. Oh, my friend. Oh, my friend. No, she's not on YouTube. No, she's not on YouTube. She's a photographer. Okay, do you know the band The Runaways? Do you remember that band from the 70s? The Cherry, like Joan Jett, Cherry Bomb. Anyway, if you don't, anyway, she was the bassist for that band. She's a photographer now, and does animal rescue and stuff. But so that's what she did with her rock star money. She's doing amazing stuff with it. It's freaking awesome. She's saved a lot of wild horses. Yeah, it's really cool. And she's got a ranch too. Her and her wife have a ranch down in Palm Springs. Probably the only house that has horses in Palm Springs, but just really cool to see someone that's like super wealthy do legit things, you know. She does really awesome photography work too, which like anthropological kind of stuff. Anyway, so yeah, on the 7 of Cups. So the 7 of Cups reversed. 7 of Cups reversed, when we're talking about romance or something like that, it's avoiding making decisions. And I'm not saying that you're avoiding making decisions. Nay. Or maybe you are. There's a lot of, but with any move, there's always a lot of factors to take into consideration. And it's just about taking that first step. You had a millionaire boss near Palm Springs and visited there. Oh wow, cool, cool. I love Palm Springs. I love it. It is so, speaking of warmth, it is literally like the warmest place. I love the desert. I love the desert. I love Joshua Tree and Mojave. Absolutely love it. Death Valley. Yeah, it's freaking warm, beautiful. Um, yeah, I know Spirit is on board with you here for sure. But they're also completely like, yeah, it's not going to be easy. Like, but the good news is it is possible. I am avoiding making decisions. I wish I had a partner to be making these big plans with. I'm having a hard time moving forward alone. I understand that. Especially making those huge decisions. I'm a single Pringle myself, and there's a lot of things that hold me back from doing things. Like for a long time, I wasn't going to synagogue because I don't have, kids or a husband, and then, the decisions that I would prefer to make. Yeah, if I was buying a home, absolutely, I'd want a partner to help me make those decisions. I completely hear you. I completely hear you. But I think the beautiful thing about this hermit energy too is you you will prove to yourself just how dynamic you are, especially being the Leo. You guys are the most dynamic sign, in my opinion. And you are going to be able to do this. It's going to be work. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. But you won't be defeated. You won't be defeated with this Five of Swords reversed. You won't have, the only way you'll feel defeated is if you don't do anything. But you gotta try. You gotta try. I mean, you don't have to do anything, but Spirit just really wants you to try, just taking that first step. And once you've moved to the south, looking back and like, damn, like I am a dynamic ass woman. Like I did this all myself. And the Chariot makes me think of the past cowboy guy, Cancer. Oh, if you remember, there was contact after our last reading. Long story, I should email. Yeah, please email. I know moving forward builds my esteem. I've moved 6 times by myself since divorce 10 years ago. Wow. Yeah. It's, moving is wonderful. It just a fresh new environment is always so good for people. I've rarely met people, I mean, unless they're like little kids and they miss their friends and they don't know why they've moved. But when people move, even if it's to somewhere that wasn't of their choice, being in a new environment, new scenery, is new people. It's always, I only see it, I see it only be beneficial for people. Yeah, fellow fixed sign. I know, me too. I hate moving. But I love the end result. But it's just getting it. I hate packing. I hate organizing all the ins and outs and all the different factors. Yeah, I like being in a new place. But yeah, the big stuff it's a lot. Yeah. Like damn, like I'm really dynamic. Like I did that. Like that's yeah. And you can. I know you can, girl. I know, and Spirit knows it. So I can't wait to see you in the South, love. Do you have an idea of what like state you'd want to move to, or if I moved to the South, it would either be New Orleans or Charleston. Those were my 2 favorites. In fact, I was even talking the other night. I have no plans for the summer, and I want to make plans because my other job is really slow over the summer. And I was thinking about New Orleans. Thinking about New Orleans. But anyway. Well, thank you so much, Janice. I really appreciate you. It was really nice seeing you again and chatting with you. And please send me that email about the cowboy story. I would love to read that. And yeah, thank you so much again. Miss Angel, Jewel, thank you so much, Jewel, for your donation, love. Did you have multiple questions, or did you want an in-depth reading? Older, not sure. I'm thinking part way. I don't know if I can handle tropical menopause hot flashes. Oh, yeah. For sure. Might be a little too warm there. A nice happy medium. I'm trying to think of like a nice temperate climate. I guess maybe just a little northerly. I don't know how much you've explored the South, but if you haven't explored too much of the South, that would be a great first step. Just going there and seeing what and even if you've been there in the past, seeing what things have changed. I don't know how long you've been there, how long it's been since you've been there, but things change constantly, and you may find that you like something now that maybe you didn't in the past, or vice versa. I think that would be really good. as an in-depth. Sorry if I don't. Oh, you're very welcome, Janice. Thank you. A lot of responses, it can feel overwhelming for me. It's okay. That's okay. Sorry, this will be the last question I ask about that damn workplace drama. I haven't been getting a lot of readings because I'm probably going to be angry with the spirit realm for a while, unfortunately. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry, Jewel. Yeah, I know that feeling. Um, but over the years, as I've learned more about the spirit world, I know that spirit always has my back, even when awful things happen. And maybe that's a little cuckoo of me, but I only believe that because I do believe that we sign up for everything that we experience before we're born. That's just my belief. But I definitely know what you're talking about there for sure. Haven't explored it at all. And as I've been contemplating, there's been nasty storm systems that make me think twice about it. Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, if you're not used to, hurricanes and tornadoes and such. I don't know if they have tornadoes, but hurricanes. Yeah, it's a big one. Yeah, I would definitely check it out, girl. I would definitely check it out. Another great place to check out that I think would be really good for you would be the Southwest. Closer. You have an artsy soul. You're an artful person, artistic person, and I just think and the weather is perfect. It's nice and dry. I don't mean to kill the vibe, sorry. No, you're all good, sweetheart. I can ask another question if it's too much. No, girl. This is your reading. This is your safe space. Totally fine, Jewel. No, you're all good, sweetheart. We need to ask the important questions. If this is on your mind, we gotta ask it. And you are not bumming me out or anything, love. You're all good. I just want to lift your spirits if I can in any way. And I know I always tell people that's not my job. I'm not here to be a soothsayer. I'm here to tell you the truth. And that's what I'm going to do, just tell you what I see. But I also want to let you know that there's always light. That's what I'm here. I am here to tell people that there's always light. Always, always, always. So, how specifically do you want me to ask the question? Did you already type it, love? Yes, absolutely right, Janice. It really can. I had a lot of bad experiences when I was younger, to the point where, yeah, I kind of only do well with self-employment these days. I feel convinced that it's my fault that I wasn't treated well by my former team at work. Whose side is Spirit on regarding that whole situation? I can provide names if needed. Spirit doesn't take sides, but they will say who's wrong and who's right. I guess that's taking sides, because they'll always side with who's in the right. They will tell you if it was something that you did, if it was your fault, they'll tell you, but they still won't side against you or with someone else. Just yeah. No, I know. They well, because they're not, well, they were humans, but not anymore. And that's one of the things with humanities. Yeah, they okay. So you want me to ask, was it your fault that you weren't treated well by your former team? Yes, right, Janice. Yeah, no, I do say that a lot to people. I'm like, there's a lot of advantages to being employed, like, not self-employed, that I do miss. And then I do readings for people and I'm like, oh gosh, no, don't miss that. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Sorry, can you give me 1 second, Angel? Just give me one moment. I just realized that my juice is almost out, and I'm for some reason got really dry mouth today. 1 sec. Thanks. So sorry about that. And we are back. Okay. Angels, masters, and spirit guides. Did Jewel do anything to incite the... Sorry, give me a second. I wanna word this. I wanna word this correctly. Did Jewel do anything? Was it Jewel? Did Jewel do anything to incite the treatment from the main treatment? Okay. All right. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Was Jewel? Did Jewel do anything to provoke the mean treatment of her coworkers? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Did Angel do anything to provoke the cruel treatment from her coworkers? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Was it something that Jewel did to provoke the mean treatment from her coworkers? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Was it something that to provoke the mean treatment from her coworkers? Angels, masters, and spirit guides. Was it something that Jewel did to provoke the mean treatment from her coworkers? Angels, masters, and spirit guides. Was it something that Jewel did that provoked the mean treatment from her coworkers? Angels, masters, and spirit guides. Was it something that Jewel did to provoke the mean treatment from her coworkers? Angels, masters, and spirit guides. Did Jewel do something specifically to provoke the mean treatment from her coworkers? Angels, masters, and spirit guides. Did Jewel do something specific to provoke the cruel treatment from her coworkers? Angels, masters, and spirit guides. Was it something specific Jewel did to provoke the cruel treatment from her coworkers? Angels, masters, and spirit guides. Was it something specific Jewel did to provoke the mean treatment from her coworkers? Angels, masters, and spirit guides. Did Jewel do something specific to provoke the mean treatment from her coworkers? Angels, masters, and spirit guides. Did something specific Jewel did to provoke the mean treatment from her coworkers? Angels, masters, and spirit guides. Did Jewel do something specific to provoke the mean treatment from her coworkers? Angels, masters, and spirit guides. Did Jewel do something specific to provoke the mean treatment from her coworkers? Angels, masters, and spirit guides. Did Jewel do something specific to provoke the mean treatment from her coworkers? Angels, masters, and spirit guides. Did Jewel do something specific to provoke the mean treatment from her coworkers? Angels, masters, and spirit guides. Did Jewel do something specific to provoke the mean treatment from her coworkers? Angels, masters, and spirit guides. Did Jewel do something specific to provoke the mean treatment from her coworkers? Angels, masters, and spirit guides. Did Jewel do something specific to provoke the mean treatment from her coworkers? The Fool reversed, 2 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles reversed, Ace of Cups, the Emperor reversed, 3 of Cups reversed, Knight of Wands, Queen of Swords reversed, King of Pentacles reversed, Ace of Swords reversed, King of Swords, the High Priestess, Page of Pentacles, 7 of Swords, and 3 of Wands reversed. Got a lot of cards here and I'm getting a lot of energy, so just give me just one moment, please. Thank you. All right. Yeah, no, I'm not surprised at all. This is exactly what I thought I was gonna see. I just wanted to like triple check with my guides that this wasn't just my opinion. You did nothing wrong. other than be yourself. The people, the coworkers who were mean to you, they preyed upon your good grace, your kindness, your love, your warmth. They were cliquey. They were cliquey, weren't they? This Three of Cups reverse, like, and I feel like from the get-go, how many people were in this contingency that were there? I know there was one specific B word who was just really broken, really, really bad person. And when I say a bad person, I mean, no one's ever born bad. We're not even born good. It's how we react to our environment. Not an excuse, though. Like, many people have had difficult upbringings, difficult experiences, and some people, as a coping mechanism, look to anything or anyone that is warm or loving, kind, compassionate, soft-spoken. I know you're soft-spoken, and you have a lovely voice and a lovely intonation because I've given you private readings. You have a softness, such a kind softness about you. About 5 of them were in the clique, including the boss. Including the boss! All right! Thank you for filling in that information. The King of Swords was a bastard. Or a B. I don't know if your boss was female or male, but I just assumed male because I was looking at King. I was not being sexist. But yeah, they excluded you from day one. There were 6 of them. Okay. Well, they excluded you from day one. Full reversed, 3 of Cups reversed. They had their own little clicky click. And yeah, one of them was the boss. Very unfair. Very unfair. Hugely unfair. We've got a lot of power that was misused, abused, corruption, and then people who weren't in power trying to usurp or glean some sense of agency or power through putting you down, trying to keep you down. It's just despicable, ugly energy. Okay, all right, okay. Your guides they just corrected me. They're like, we do take sides sometimes, Sophie. We do, and we're on her side. They've never told me that before. And maybe it's because because I've been asked that question in the past, whose side are they on? It's usually like, oh, my boyfriend cheated on me or something like, or I'm friends with this girl and she did this, that, and the other. And it's usually like, I don't want to say it's not important. It's still hurtful, but it's not the biggest deal in the world. What happened to you was absolutely not right, as you know, but it goes far. This was a huge offense. Massive offense. This is your livelihood. This is your job. How dare they? How effing dare they? So 100%, yeah. They even showed me a little boxing ring too. They're just like, nope, we got you. It's like one of your guys he looks like a boxing coach, like pouring the water in your mouth and like getting you ready. Like, yeah, like they're on your side. And I'm not just saying that because what I said earlier really is true. It really is. And check this out. We got this 2 of Cups and this Ace of Cups. This contingency of bees, like I said, they see, when they see warmth, when they see a loving, kind person, they see that as a weakness that they can take advantage of. And I'm sure, well, I know you've met those people. You've dealt with them. I have dealt with them in my life. I've known those people. They're a type of person. I'm not supposed to be diagnosing anyone with anything, at least not yet. But these are narcissistic people. I don't know if they're officially diagnosed so, but they certainly act like it. And they saw that as a weakness that they could prey upon and take advantage of. It's disgusting. And yeah, God, see it too often. I see it too often. It's disgusting. And they also saw that you were very good at what you did with this Knight of Wands. And you were appreciated at your work. Not counting these folks. The other ones very much did appreciate you. And wanted the best for you. And I'm sure they still do. And wait, please, can you clarify? Are you still working there, or did they transfer you? Sorry, I'm trying to figure out this connection here. Was it a transfer? Because they didn't fire you. I know that. But I know you left. They want what's best for you. Not the people we're talking about, but the other people at your work. The company is finally letting us go with the promised severance package in 2 weeks. So wait, you never left? You've just been there the whole time? But no, but that was it. They fired the worst of them, the worst girl, right? They're downsizing, but I did transfer. Okay. And they're finally letting you go with the promised severance package. So wait, so you're leaving in 2 weeks? Or and you transferred in the past? And I do remember that they fired that really awful woman. I know they're all really awful, the ones that we're talking about, but there was one particularly bad ringleader, I would say. They fired the Ratchets. The ringleader left out of shame. Yeah. They fired all the Ratchets. Damn. That's justice. Love that. Well, speaking of justice, we do have this Queen of Swords right here in the center. Nothing other than the transfer that they did grant you. Nothing about your experience with that company was just. It was a complete injustice. The people who were on your side tried to do the best they could to rectify things for you. But it's just, I'm just so glad that you are leaving soon. It wouldn't have gotten better. It never will get better with this company. Just hi Ariana, how are you doing, love? Especially the again, just a horrible abuse of power, really nasty abuse of power, and people taking things into their own hands when they shouldn't have. This Page of Pentacles, all these reversed court cards here, and the Emperor. Like, I know that you had some superiors that were totally on your side and saw how awful things were, and that's why they fired the Ratchets. Thank God for that. And yeah, they were just really terrible. They took advantage of you being a good woman, saw it as a weakness, tried to exploit it within the workplace. This King of Pentacles reversed, trying to harness power where they are not supposed to and don't really have that agency. And I knew we were going to see the Seven of Swords. I knew this. Lies, theft, betrayal, deceit, manipulation. If you can think of something bad to do to someone, count the Seven of Swords in. They are inherently bad people. And so, yeah, you did do something to garner their hatred and cruelty. You were yourself. You were your beautiful, wonderful self, and they couldn't hang with that. I'm trying to think of an analogy here, like trying to destroy something beautiful just because you can. I didn't know if they fired that whole team without a severance bonus because I reported them. I didn't want to take that much credit. Okay. So, oh wait, okay. So you didn't. I didn't know if they fired the whole team without a severance bonus. Wait, I'm kind of confused now. Wait, so they did fire the whole team, right? But they didn't. I didn't know if they fired the whole team without a severance bonus because I reported them. Didn't want to take that much credit. So you don't know if they got fired without a severance bonus? And you didn't want to take that much credit? Girl, I would. No, it's scary, I understand. Yes, but the ringleader left ahead of the firing. Oh, gotcha. Shame. I'm surprised she even has any shame. But shame, you know? I truly hope that nobody got any severance at all. Yeah, the Emperor reversed, Ace of Swords reversed, Three of Wands reversed. Yeah, they cut that shit out. And just, my lord, the corruption. I don't know how big the company is. A month or two later, the whole team got fired without a bonus. Nice. That's what's up. That is justice. That's justice. Now that is justice. Yeah, and it was, yeah, nothing you said, nothing you did. And for a while, you weren't speaking out against them, were you? Like when they first started being mean to you, you didn't say anything, did you? I'm guessing you were too scared, right? Or did you say something immediately? This is the last piece of the puzzle I'm trying to figure out here. What this Ace of Swords reverse, is this you or is this someone else? Because if you waited a little while to report them, spirit has a little message about that. How long did it take for you to report them? And they was this thinking when I did say something, so I didn't say anything for years. Okay. Yeah. I think even during one of our private readings, I think I told you, I think it was you, to use your sword, use your voice, speak out, speak your voice. You reported them after 3 years. Okay. So that is the one thing Spirit is saying that you did wrong. In the future, if that ever happens again, which, where's the wood at? It won't happen again. We don't even have to say, hopefully it won't. No, we are owning this. This is not going to happen to you again. But if anything even similar shows a glimmer of anything looking like that again, you speak up immediately. I know the fear. I had an incident at my work back in March. I was humiliated publicly by one of the instructors who I work for, and I've had a problem with him for a while because he's always had a problem with me for no reason. He's just a very unlikable person, yells, swears. I left the class. I was just like, okay, bye, cute. This is like, I didn't take that shit. I'm sorry, I've worked there for too long. I'm a 40-year-old woman. Are you kidding me? Don't talk to me like I'm 16. So I reported him to my boss. Sorry, dog next to me. Sorry. I reported him to my boss, and she promised me she would never put me with him again. She understood that he is not pleasant. Dude, dog, I don't know you, but please shut up. Thank you. Oh my god, I hate barking. Okay. Anyway, she told me to report him. It took me, I still haven't filed the report, girl. It took me a month and a half to even reach out to HR. I was so scared. I thought they wouldn't take me seriously. I thought, and I didn't want, every time, when I've only seen him once since that incident, and my heart started racing. He gave me a panic attack. Like, you're threatening my mental and my physical health. No. So yeah, I was too afraid to speak my voice, and I still haven't filled out the report. But you know what? After doing this reading for you, that's what I'm doing tonight. I am finally effing doing it, because there's no time to waste when it comes to that. Oh yeah, no, dude, I've talked to other instructors about him. I told them, they're just like, the ones who know him are just like, that's not surprising at all. Like, the guy he's just miserable. When I first worked for him 3 years ago or 4 years ago, my first impression was, oh wow, this guy's really he didn't humiliate me or yell at me or anything. He was actually polite. But when I had to move my car, he gave me shit about it every time. But I let that slide because I assumed he was in such a dark, girl, the energy he exuded is so dark. I thought he had lost a child. I thought he had lost a wife. I thought he had just been through something really traumatic. So I gave him the benefit of the doubt. 3 years later, and he's even worse. I'm sorry. We all go through shit. I don't know what the fuck he's been through, but you leave that shit at home and you don't talk to me like that. He talks to his students like that. That's creating a hostile learning environment, and it creates a hostile working environment. It's embarrassing and shameful. Not for me, for him. Like, you're really like talking to a young lady like that who's working for you, and you need me to make this class function. Think again, buddy. Your class just ended early. Like, yeah, like, pathetic. I'm sure he's very lonely and unhappy, and if he does have a family or friends, I have no doubt he talks to them like garbage, and people don't put up with that for too long. At least not this one. So yeah. Yeah, it made me weak, and I have bad PTSD from reporting from before that job. Yeah, yeah. And me too, girl, me too. Thank you. Yeah, yeah, you have inspired me totally, and I don't know if anything's even going to happen. I mean, HR did get back to me. They weren't super helpful. They just gave me like 3 forms. One of them was like workers' comp, which I obviously don't need. I just want to report the incident so that it's on paper, so that I don't, say I have a new boss, I have it on paper that I cannot work for this guy, So, yeah, I've had issues, like I said, I'm old. Like, I've been working a lot. I've had many, many jobs. And yeah, you know what it did, girl? It didn't give me PTSD from other jobs. You know who he reminded me of? He reminded me of my abusive ex-boyfriend who used to scream. He was verbally abusive. I was with that guy for like 4 or 5 years. And he reminded me of him. Like, I got like violent energy from him. Like, I was terrified. So trust and believe I'll be adding that to my report as well. Like, that reminded me of abusive ex-boyfriend. Like, do I really need to go there when I'm at work? No. No. And I don't know why he feels that he can get away with talking to people like that, because his students fucking hate it too. Those kids are paying, what, like $70 a year to go there? Or their parents are. And they're getting talked to by an instructor. He's the only instructor who's a dick. They're all, like, I love the instructors there. I can't think of a single one who they're just great. Like, they're like friends. Like, they're awesome. And they're very respectful and super awesome. But this guy is just like, he clearly hates his job. You know what? It strikes me. He's an incredibly talented artist, and he's a teacher. You know how many artists would love to get a gig teaching at an art school? So many. Verbal abuse hits so much deeper than physical. Honestly, I get it. I've said that too. I've said that too. It really does, and I would also dismiss it. I'd be like, well, he's not hitting me, so it's okay. And it was the worst. It's just awful. It's awful. And yeah, no, verbal abuse, and people think they can get away with it. And this is what I want to see. I want to see him not get away with it. I'm not trying to get him fired, but he needs to change. He is not like any of the other instructors I've worked with anywhere in the world. He is a menace. And yeah, I'm surprised students haven't reported him. I'm surprised other models haven't reported him, but apparently they haven't. But and then HR was not helpful. They just sent me like 3 blank forms. I was like, okay, so I guess I would report it on this one, the incident one, and they were like, we cannot tell you, we can't advise you on what to do, but reach out to us if you have any more questions. I'm like, oh, great, thanks so much. I totally will reach out to you again. Like, so yeah, it's we got to use our voices. We got to use our sword and yeah, exactly, huh? Exactly. Like we can't advise you on what to do. Like you're not telling me what to write. I understand like they can't tell me what to write. I get that has to come from me, but I just don't know which form to fill out. That's all. Like which makes me feel like are they just trying to be difficult? Or they just don't want to deal with this? There's a lot of there's a lot of corruption in that school. That school makes so much money. Like I said, those kids, I think they paid like 70 a year for tuition. We haven't had a janitor in a month because we were hiring janitors from a third party, and that company went out of business, and this multi-million-dollar school has still not hired a janitor. So the bathrooms are disgusting, and they're artists, so the sinks are full of like paint and stuff like that. It's like if I had a kid and I was paying for them to go to that school, sorry, no, I would demand a refund for sure.
Did the cats get fed?
Anyway, I'm really, really glad that things were taken care of, Jewel. I'm really glad that you spoke your voice and that the Ratchets fled. They were excommunicated. Because there's just really only so much that we can take. And I remember when I was studying psychology, when I first started college, in one of my books it said like if you're having like these are the signs of a toxic workplace, and it had like a list. There's actually like criterion of like what a toxic workplace is, and it said if you are experiencing this, the solution is to find another job. Like easier said than done. Like good lord, that always made me laugh. But yes, they were, and thanks to you, and you know, I just pray that they may have learned a lesson from this and don't do this to other people, but I don't have that much faith in them. Yeah, I don't have any faith in them. But yeah. Well, thank you so much, Jewel, and don't ever, ever apologize or worry about your question being heavy or anything like that. I'm here for you. That's what I'm here for. Every question is valid. I know I said that thing about how some people will be like, which side is, what side is spirit on? Blah, blah. No, every even those questions are valid. And this one time spirit did take a side, so that was a new thing. I know I shouldn't be mad with the other side. I've just been so volatile. I know I need to stop. I'm just healing from a lot of backlog baggage I never healed before. Yeah, absolutely. And it's hard when, there's no one or few people to directly, place blame on, it's really difficult. Life is difficult. Be kind, for everyone is fighting a very difficult battle. Just be kind. How hard is it to be kind? Like, it would just make the world such an easier place. Fun fact, Mother's Day is the day in America where statistically we have the lowest crime rate is on every Mother's Day. Even those hardened criminals just want to be with their mama, I guess. Let's hope. Every day should be Mother's Day for that reason. I didn't know if I did something wrong this whole time. And I think that's why I've been replaying situations over and over this whole time. So thank you again for this clarity and your support. Absolutely. Oh, I know that one. Yeah, replaying it in your mind over and over. And Yeah, all the words you said, and yeah. No, you're all good, hun. You're an angel. You really are, Jewel. You're a sweetheart, and no, you did nothing wrong. And furthermore, if you had done something untoward, nothing validates their behavior. Like that's that. I think. Excuse me. I think that's the most crucial takeaway from this is even if you know, I don't know, stole their lunch or whatever, or stole money from them, I don't know, did something really horrible to them, that doesn't excuse, no, you can't, people can't behave that way. That's, you know, if someone does something like that to you, you go to HR. You don't rally your mean girls together. It's just nothing is, nothing validates that at all. So you're all good, love. Thank you so much again. Much love and light to you, and it was so nice to see you. So let's see, how long have I been on? Okay, so I've been on for a little over 3 hours. So I'm gonna do a last call for any and all donations tonight. Last call. If you have a question that you need answered, please let me know. You may not want that man to get fired, but I do. Get him, girl. I do. I do. I say I don't, but I mean, I don't, that's not my goal. Honestly, I want him to actually, like, be a better person, but I know that's far less likely. And if I did find out that he had gotten fired, you know I'd do a happy dance. You know I'd do a happy dance. I'd be very happy. I'd celebrate. I'd pop open some champagne for sure. Oh. I mean, I don't feel that. I think everyone, I mean, yeah, and that's very valid. I'm not trying, not, I'm seriously, I'm really not trying to do that to him. I just, needs to be heard. Yes, please send the email, Janice. I would love to read that. Absolutely. Yeah, I love getting emails and messages from you guys. Because there's sometimes things that I want to talk about online, and this is a public forum, so can't say everything. Last call, everybody, last call tonight for any and all donations. If you have a question that you need answered, please let me know in the chat or just go ahead and send your donation and we can commence. Thank you. Oh, wonder! Yay! You're so welcome, and I'm so glad. Like I told you, like I hope I can bring you some peace, some serenity here. At the very least, show you that there's light. There's always light. Even the tiniest little flicker of light will illuminate complete utter blackness. So I'm very grateful to hear that. Thank you. I'm glad you feel so much better. Onwards and upwards, brand new beginnings. Girl, it's we're in Scorpio moon right now. So there's a lot of transitions, a lot of changes, positive, you know, rebirths, regrowths. And perfect time, right? It's about to be summer. Last call, everybody. If you have a question tonight, let me know. Thank you. Last call tonight. Any donations? Thank you. Anybody? No? Anybody? All right. That moon kicked my ass this whole week, girl. Don't get me started. That was a nightmare. It was in my 12th house. Oh, I'm sorry, love. Yeah, try to embrace it for its positivity. You know, think of the Death card, or think of King of Cups. Think of the King of Cups. Think of the King of Cups on his throne on the ocean, and sometimes it's really effing rocky, but he never falls because he knows, he has the wisdom, knowing that just as much as the tide is crazy, it goes right back to being placid. So ebbs and flows. Life is never stagnant, but things are good. Things will be good. Things will be. I feel things are changing for the better. Thank you all so much, and I should be on tomorrow. Yeah, I'm feeling better and seeing the benefits, thankfully. Yes, wonderful. Yeah, yeah. No, there's definitely. I love a Scorpio. So. Well, thank you so much, everybody. Much, much love and light to you, especially Miss Jewel and Miss Janice and Miss Phyllis and Felicia. Oh, and Amanda was here. We had the whole crew here. If I'm forgetting you, I'm really, really sorry. I'm really hungry. I need to grab something to eat. But thank you all so much. Much love and light to you. And I will likely see you all tomorrow. Yeah.